Hey everybody, welcome to a special live. Y'all, Toby Frost said, girl, where you at? I'm right here. I heard you was talking. Here I go. Listen, I'm right here. You guys, you know how much I love you guys, my little Tattle Tells. Everybody thinks it's a joke that I have a problem with time. Like it's a disability. I'm not even joking, but we're not going, y'all don't care about me. But I just wanted to know how much I love you guys, that I actually show up on time ish. Seriously, it's a disability, but one I've learned to deal with. Listen, we are here for Porsha's. Hey, what's up, Queen Dar? We are here for the season recap of Porsha Family Matters, y'all. And listen, we're being joined by the ladies' first panel. We got Necey Dixon. I know I'm always calling her Necey Nash, but y'all know I loved Reno 911 with Necey Nash, right? But Necey Dixon, love her channel. We got JamiThat'sMe. Hey, bitch. And of course, we got the one and only BondyBlue, serving looks, body, and brains, right? All the ladies. Jay Lee, unfortunately, is not going to be able to join us. You guys, send some healing, positive energy out to Jay Lee. She has been feeling under the weather lately. Let's pray that she gets a speedy recovery, right? She's fine, but she's just under the weather. Let's pray she gets a speedy recovery and can return to the ladies' first panel. Absolutely. So send some healing energy out to Jaylee. Jaylee's Corner. She 100% will be missed in the live tonight. Now, listen, before the ladies, right? Before the ladies come out, right? I wanted to catch up with y'all so we can do a little chit chat beforehand, right? Portia's Family Matters, season 1. Oh, what a time to be alive. Oh, what a time to be alive. We started off in this show thinking it was going to be about some Black Lives Matter activist stuff, right? Supporting the community, uplifting, making us feel good, you know? And by the end of the season, and I use the term season lightly because it was only like 7 episodes. It was supposed to be 9, but it got chopped down to 7, right? By the end of the season, Miss Black Lives Matter was trying to call the police on her daughter's father in Mexico, right? Because she tried to attack his mom, missed, and then she literally threw the whole restaurant, bottles, plates, knives, anything, boom box, boom kits, anything she could find. Her little fiance, and I say little because he was trying to hold her, but she was ripping and riding. You saw his little panda feet flip over the couch. I said, he ain't no match for mad Porsha, right? Porsha be like Hulk when she get mad. Hulk, mad, smash. She just be on some other stuff, right? And it's like where we started, how it started, and then how it ended. And then we had her fiance, right? Mr. Simon Gabodia, maybe Simon Iori Gabodia, like whatever. Start off talking about he's for the people, this and that. Him and Porsha are the most positive image of Black love we can get, and our community sorely needs it. And I knew they were going to make a fool of themselves. But by the end of it, he was on Instagram, literally making comments. I have the screenshots. Go watch my video if you don't believe me. Talking about, some lady said to him, why you with Porsha? You know, she only with you for the money. Girl, he only with her for the money. So already I was like, pick me. I'm ignoring her. But y'all sent me the screenshot. He literally said, and I quote, because I got to pull this up, Mr. Black Lives Matter, Mr. Yeah, we all, Mr. I'm going to raise your Black daughter like she's my own, and I got respect for your Black mom. What did he say? Let me pull this up because I don't want to get it wrong. I want to read directly from the source, and it's a good one. Let's flip through these. Hold on. Worth a thing. If you don't know, it was literally something about him talking trash about Black women, saying that he fears Black women, saying, ooh, sorry, this was somebody. Sorry to be literally, for someone that's supposed to be worth $40 million, $400 million, whatever, even somebody that's worth $40 and 6 boxes of Cracker Jacks, he sure got time. He always got time, right? Oh, here we go, to make a damn fool of himself. So Forever Knight said, and I want to ask the ladies their opinion on this when we coming in hot, right? Forever Night starts by saying, I hope you know what the consequences are messing with Porsha for real. Hot mess, toxic, and everything else that can ruin your life. I mean, no lies told, but like I said, it's a little rude because it's like, make a hate channel and talk about me on your channel. Don't come on my channel talking about me, right? Because you will be blocked. But that's what adult people do. She said, she's going to come in and ruin your life and what you work hard for. Let that one crazy woman be the mistake when it's so many beautiful women out there that want to respect a good man like you. She was basically professing love and marriage to Simon, right? What was Simon? Now, remember in the beginning of the season and all through, he's been holding himself, like holding them boxes in his little red penny loafers, right? His little Bally driving suits, his little Gucci car shoes. He's wearing Gucci car shoes. The only thing is, boy, you don't listen. We all know people that like live the La Vida Loca, but you don't show up to do charity work wearing Gucci car shoes and soft red leather, right? And your expensive watch. You ain't come to work. You just came for a photo op. But remember in the beginning of the season, he said he was like Mr. Black Lives Matter, Mr. This, Mr. That, this, that, and a third, right? He actually said to this woman, this is by the end of the season, how it started. Yes, Black women, raise your Black daughter. I love Black people. Black, yes, right? For the people, for the culture. He was doing it, right? He literally said, ma'am, respectfully, you do not know what you are talking about. My fear, every time I run into a Black woman, I'm like, God, please don't let her be a hater of other Black women. Lord, please let her have a healing heart. Let her speak life into other women and let her see good in other Black women. He literally said that every time he sees a Black woman, every time he runs into a Black woman, he's like, God, please don't let her be a hater of other Black women. You got that man raising your daughter and around your family when he first sees a Black woman before he even, first of all, why gotta be Black woman? First of all, I don't like those vibes. I don't like the way he talks to Black American women. I don't like that. I don't like that. He's always on some us versus them. Even when he was like, the reason he respects Aunt Liz is because she was adopted into the Nigerian family. But if she wasn't adopted by the Nigerian family, right, into the Nigerian tribe, would you respect her? Like, why is that something that makes you respect a Black woman that honestly has done a billion times more than you ever going to do, right? But you literally are engaged and got your daughter around a man that he said in his own words that every time he sees a Black woman, his first instinct is to say, oh, she probably a hater. Please, God, don't let her be a hater. So when you see Black women, you automatically look at us as bitter, jealous, haters, and that's the person. Listen, I can expect that from a all lives matter person, and not the person I'm dating, not the person I'm laying in bed, not the person. So is he going to raise your daughter not to be like other Black women? And two, the person that literally can't get it. Let me spell it out. When I say, oh, Simon don't like regular Black girls, Porsha don't look like a regular Black girl. And some idiot literally inboxed me and was like, what does that mean? And then was telling me about my culture, this, that, and the third. For everybody that thinks I'm throwing shade, Porsha Williams herself in her book, right? I believe it was chapter 3 or 4. If you don't know, look at my book club, right? Literally said that when she was dating that one football player, right? Listen. Yes. Thank you, Diana. We're going to get into Diana Johnson. Thank you so much for the super chat. Satisa, has anyone asked Black Lives Matter, Tamika Mowry, how they feel about Porsha representing the group with them, especially that she's very violent and how she treats Black men on national TV? I'm just curious. Listen, I have my own opinion on Tamika Mowry and those people that are on, I can't say those people. I have my own opinion on Tamika Mowry. Tamika Mowry ain't commented yet, but she had the nerve to jump into messages when Porsha was ranting about Dennis trying to throw his name in the street. I see what time Tamika Mowry's on. And no, she hasn't commented, but Tamika Mowry is busy making Cadillac commercials. Now, let's get back into it. You got this man around your daughter saying that every time he sees Black women, he's filled with fear because he thinks, like I said, In Portia's book in chapter 3, when she was dating a thing, she literally was, because she don't like other women, in my opinion, from what I read in that book. She literally was like, the only reason these women accepted me is because I didn't look like a regular black girl. To which I said, and she literally said, because my baby hairs were laid and I had a 30-inch weave down to my butt, I looked exotic. I didn't look like a regular black girl. And I said, then she went on to say in the next paragraph, sad but true. And listen, unfortunately, because so many men I dated had told me that I don't look like a regular black girl, I had no choice but to accept it as true. And then she went on to think about, and it's sad that black women, regular black girls, but she was real quick to let us know that all the guys she was messing with thought she was exotic. To which I said, you dummy. These fools knew you wanted to not be, and they just told you what you wanted to hear. Because honestly, first of all, baby hairs is something that is distinctly black. And especially, this was like maybe 10, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you walking into an all-white place and you got your baby hairs laid, that's something that black people love, right? White people don't know what they're looking at. Other races don't look what they know because you got your baby hairs laid. Now, everybody likes baby hairs, and you see even Kylie Jenner laying hers. But prior to this, people ain't really have their baby hairs laid. Do you know what I'm saying? That like other races didn't. So now it's culture. Back then, we're the only ones that did it. And when you did it, people knew she must be black. And you got a 30-inch weave in. So for all those people saying, what you mean a regular black girl? Don't argue with me. Argue with Porsha Williams, chapter 3 of her book. Go and ask her. She's the one that wrote it. Actually, go ask allegedly Portia's, not even, I think, it's my opinion. Go ask allegedly Portia's ghostwriter, the person that helped write the book, the person that co-wrote the book, probably the person that wrote the book. All right. So for everyone listening, what you mean, regular black girl? Blah, 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 blah. Tell me the history of my people. Listen, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I bet I know more about civil rights than the person I was talking to. My whole point is go argue with your fave. Argue with the author of the book. I was literally repeating things. And the person she's dating, that also when he sees black women, right? I guess he's going to be in the kitchen trying to raise Pilar not to be a black woman that's a hater of other black women. Because that's all we do, right? We hate black women because we have an issue. And we're about to get into the recap. The ladies are going to be joining us soon. I just want to go through the chapters real quick. Because we got a problem with Porsha and her ways and what she's done and the public image she's presented. We must hate all black women, right? Because Portia's all black women, right? Right? She speaks for all of us. She represents all of us. She loves all of us, right? Keep your man away from Porsha Williams. Porsha better stick with Simon because ain't nobody letting her near her man. And if they do, they a goddamn idiot. Unless they sharing their man with them. Fallon, for all y'all saying Fallon's exotic, Fallon don't even consider herself exotic. She doesn't. She identifies as a black woman. Porsha Williams thought she was fooling somebody with her baby hair and 30-inch weave. And listen, y'all know I keep a 30-inch weave. If y'all ever see me with straight hair, it's obviously a weave. Y'all see me with a ponytail, it's a weave, right? It's obviously, it's not about the baby hair and the weave. That's part of our culture. It's the fact that she somehow thought that she was setting herself apart. And the reason she even said that she didn't look like a regular black girl is because all the guys I dated always told me that. These boys in Decatur, Georgia was picking your goofy ass up, telling you ain't look like a regular black girl, and you went on second dates with them. I wouldn't even go on a date with somebody who said, you don't even look like a regular black girl. Boy, get out of my face. Get out of my face with that mess. Go away with me from that, Apollo. That would have been me. All right, let's get into this. Listen. Let's get into this. The ladies are going to be joining us soon. We are about to get into it. And then, we got so much to talk about. Okay. I really honestly want to know from the chat. Let's warm it up while the ladies get in. What did you think of the whole season? First of all, I want to know who won the second season? Who won? Now, I will say this, right? This show was thoroughly amusing in the fact that I've never so thoroughly had reason to drag someone, and I've never seen someone get more and more and more unlikable as the season went on. And it was almost like a Greek tragedy. I didn't know what to do. I was looking away. It was like a tragedy, But that last episode's when the producers dragged the dog mess out of her and showed her in all her glory. I said, wow, how you end yourself. You know the whole thing when you dig a grave for someone, dig a grave for yourself. She took a grave for her and Simon. Listen, let's get to the super chat. Betty Johnson said, hello, Tattle Tells. Please hit the like button for Tisa. Almost 1,000 was in here for the mess. That's right. It's 1,000 of y'all in here. And I think I only got like probably knowing y'all 39 likes because y'all like to Simon Caboti me. Y'all, listen, I'm not one to play with heaven or hell, but I will say this. The people that liked are going to heaven. The people that didn't, I hope you're at the pearly gates. I hope St. Peter or Gabriel, you try to like crip walk in and they're like, no, 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 no. And you're like, why, Lord, why? And they say, roll tape. And they roll it and they're sitting there. Because you know your life, you some angels, some demons. But right there, it was that point to make a change. And they heard me begging, begging, begging. And you decided, I'm giving her like, I hope they play that tape. And I hope as you descend down, you're like, damn, why didn't I just do the right thing? I hope. All jokes aside, you guys hit the like button. But I got to ask you guys, right? Do you guys want a second season? What did you think of the show? I got to ask you while we're waiting for the ladies to come in. Let's see. What you guys think of the show? Well, here's the thing for season 2. I can't say whether Bravo actually cut it down. IMDb put it up as 9 episodes. It was actually supposed to be 9 episodes. Porsha was really mad about the way she was being portrayed. My sources are telling me she didn't want to promote, and that's true from what you see on her Instagram. After the 3rd episode, she stopped promoting. Simon stopped promoting. Dennis was promoting all day, right? She didn't want to promote on Twitter. She was telling people on Twitter not to watch the show. She was telling people on Twitter not to watch the show. So she told people on Twitter not to watch the show. She was complaining. She was saying I don't play with it. She did the same blitzkrieg that she did with Kenya on the Black Lives Matter thing. Only that time it worked. And this time the producers didn't really cut that much out. She was complaining about whatever. They cut out 2 episodes, right? And we know for a fact they cut out. A lot of people said, oh, there was supposed to be a reunion. They were thinking about a reunion maybe. But the thing is, most of the family ain't even talking to Porsha right now. And Portia's not talking to them. Also, you need to know the reunion would have been extra. That would have been if they were thinking maybe about a season 2. That's even if the reunion had happened. But you know that 2 whole episodes were cut out because on the previews they showed us back in November 15th, some of those episodes weren't even in there. In any case, you guys, the ladies are almost here. I'm just warming up the room, but I need to know, right? I actually thought the family was good. If anything, if you had taken Porsha and Simon out of it, it would have been a really good show. I will say the 2 good show. Well, have you guys watched It Turn Up with T.S. Madison on Fox Soul? If you guys haven't, it's T.S. Madison, but she's being authentically her, almost like no boundaries in a good way. She's having Tiffany Pollard on. It's so fun. It's such a good talk show. Like it's just life into it. You know, I like hyper things. You know, I like life, right? So it's such a good show when it comes to being hyper. It's such a good show when it comes to life. But also, it's also co-produced by Claudia Jordan. I didn't know because that's like this show. You know me. This show's good. Who's this? It's a shit media. Do I gotta boycott them for racism? So right, it's co-produced by Claudia Jordan. So it's a Black woman at the helm, right? And also, I was looking at Candy's Old Lady Gang. I want to get the ladies' opinion on what they think of that because I think I am going to review that because it looks like what Porsha's show was supposed to be. Little messy, little drama, but a lot of love, and they're trying to heal. You know. Anyway, in no further ado, let's bring the ladies on. We got the lovely Jamie. That's me. Hey, bitch.
Hi. Hey, bitch. What's up? How are you?
I'm doing good. We have the Scorpio queen herself, Necey.
Yes. Hey, y'all.
Hey, girl.
What's up? And last but not least, we got Miss Brains, Body, Beauty. Oh, look at you serving a look. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? Gemini is going to serve a look regardless, a vibe. What's going on, y'all? Listen, we said it earlier, but we are sending lots of healing energy out to Jay Lee. I hope she gets better soon. She definitely is missed. You know, you guys are like a combo. Can't think of one without the other. So we're so sad not to have Jay Lee, but we're happy that she is on the mend and getting better. So hopefully it happens quicker than it needs to, you know. So you guys,
Absolutely.
yeah, so really quick, I need to get, before we even get into this mess, there was something that I know I keep talking about, but it just fills me with so much rage. And I wanted to get you guys' opinion on it, right? If you don't want to comment, just skip over, right? The whole thing about Simon says that he fears Black women. What do y'all think about that?
He fear his mama.
When did he say that?
Oh, you didn't know? Well, I'll read it again for you. Hold on. So there's this
Tell
pick me
me.
in his comments saying, I know you know the consequences of messing with Porsha for real. She basically professed her love to him, right? The consequences of messing with Porsha for real. She added her saying hot mess, toxic, and everything else that can ruin your life and what you work hard for. That don't let that one crazy woman be the mistake when there's so many beautiful women out there who want to respect a good man like you. I said, oh, that's always a pick me. Somebody sent me this. So I thought it was the pick me, like laughing.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Bird,
Bird
right.
like, yes.
What?
Bird activity for sure.
What?
So, but hold on. Here comes the thing. Smoking gun. Simon responded, ma'am, respectfully, you do not know what you're talking about. I said, fair enough. Go ahead and rep your set, right? He said, my fear every time I run into a Black woman, I'm like, God, please don't let her be a hater of other Black women. Lord, please let her have a healing heart. Let her speak life into other women and let her see good in other Black women. This fool that Porsha got raising her child said, my fear. So every time you run into a Black woman, just Black woman, right? You automatically assume she's a hater and you got fear in your heart that maybe she'll be somebody that uplifts, but it's doubtful. What do y'all think of that comment?
Yeah, I'm like, Bondy, like, if that's how you feel, then what you think about your mama? And if you feel so strongly that Black women are haters, why are you continuing to run back? I'm sorry, not run back, run through Black women. It's the thing for me.
But maybe
Okay,
that's why
because you've
she's
had
running.
quite a few of them. And
Maybe
then
that's
it
why he's
also
running.
makes me think, what does it say about you? If you keep running through all of these different Black women, I'm confused. And then that's the thing for me. A lot of people like to assume somebody is a hater because they do not like how somebody carries themselves. Like, I mean, it don't mean that I'm a hater. I just think you're not my kind. I think that what you did was terrible and I can't condone it. How about that? I can't. But that's what people say when they want to make themselves feel better. So, okay, Simon.
Exactly. I have to say, Simon, he has this.
City boy.
He's a city boy. He's a motherfucking city boy. So I feel like he is cautious of Black women until he meets one with a bag or one that can make him look good. And what I also feel is crazy is if you feel so strongly to stereotype Black women, your fiance for now, as I say, because I don't know if they're gonna be married, but your fiance for now came on TV and had a whole series of her being a stereotypical bitter baby mama. So it's hilarious to me that he can speak so vaguely over Black women, but you can't even keep one.
I also think it's hilarious that Dennis Daddy felt the need to speak negatively about Black women, considering not only are you with Porsha, who kind of upholds a lot of our negative stereotypes, as you all have said, but then it's like, but Fallon though, like, weren't you just with another Black lady? Like, what are we talking about here?
Exactly.
Like, I just think Simon doesn't know what to say up out of his mouth because he's not being a real person. I think everybody is getting those, I'm African, so I think I'm above African American teas, but I'm trying to get my bag and that's all that matters. So I will take advantage of this dumbass girl who's on reality TV because I know that I can get me a bag from fooling around with her because she's dumb and she thinks fairy tale is real. So I think he's taking advantage. I think that Porsha is in denial and needs like real therapy and not the play kind that she has gotten in the past. But I'm just looking at Simon like, really, Dennis Daddy, you and your belly have something negative to say about Black women, but you stay diving in our coochies. Okay, thank you. We appreciate that.
Listen, I feel all you guys, but I would actually say that the reason Simon disrespects the woman was because I feel like he doesn't have any respect for Black women. I feel from that reading that comment, he feels like when he's in a Black woman, he's slumming it, and he can't wait to get back to his Eastern European or Latina model, whatever it is that thing. But like you guys said, he's fine to be getting it for a bag because of the weird way he wants respect from Black culture. He wants to be that guy in the club, you know, making it rain with the hundreds, and everybody's like, "Ooh, yes." He thinks like a 20-year-old. Like that's what he wants, and he wants to be above in the culture, but yet he doesn't like the culture. I have noticed, not to turn this, Simon's Instagram post, I noticed early on, and I don't care what no one says, it always left a bad taste because it's always like, I feel like he's talking down to Black Americans, right? Be proud of your culture. Be proud. Nigerians should be. You guys have a beautiful culture, right? But like literally flowing back to the beginning of time. But on the other hand, with regards to Simon, we've been here for 400 years. That's enough time to make new culture for anyone. We are a new culture. We are the thing. The inventions of moving America. We built this country. Our fashion, everything about our culture is exported. We are American culture. But even if we weren't, and we just got free 20 years ago, who are you talking to? It's always some division when he talking about Black men, when he talking about when they got engaged. Porsha and I are a symbol of Black love to a community that so desperately needs positive images of Black love. He put that in their engagement thing. Listen, you know I'm a wordsmith. When I read a word, I'm like, I don't like that. But yet, you're not talking about Nigerian culture. You talking about the Black community. You talking about Black men be fathers. You are the ninja they looking for. Go visit your kids. Like, just
right. Like, where are your children? Crazy. We don't know. And the last time we checked, Fallon was the only one that was worried about those children when you were jet setting and off on the boats in Mexico and shit with Porsha. And it's just like, sir, what are you talking about? You're a city boy, as Necey keeps saying. Like, you're a thought. You're a thought. Okay, you're disrespectful as okay. Porsha is disrespectful as okay. What are y'all talking about? And where is the real money? Because I don't see it. I don't see it. Where is the money, Simon?
I ain't see them kids touch the soil of that new house yet. I have not.
Do they exist?
All we seen is the movie.
Anyone seen a
they
picture?
Just ain't in the house.
They playing laser tag and Chuck E. Cheese. When are you taking
one
them home?
photo? I saw one set of pics when him and Porsha went on like vacay or something. Like that was it.
Were they his kids or the village kids? Because you know, people be friends.
Now that y'all brought up
bring the kids, you know, no,
the Black versus African American culture thing. I honestly do believe Simon stands by what he says by feeling as though he's better than Black women. And I think he prefers it that way because, you know, he seems like the type of dude that has to have something over the woman he's with. So even though he's a city boy and Porsha has the bag, he knows that Porsha lives in fairy tale land. And he knows, like you say, Tisa, that she wants to be coming to America. So he has to hold something over her African American ass and make her believe that he is truly royalty when he really just
Dennis daddy.
She was Dennis's daddy, but she was over in Nigeria. And from what I saw, and again, I know everybody's just like, Tisa, just because you don't see it on social media don't mean it don't happen. True.
Well, Porsha,
you guys.
well, Porsha.
Yes, but all they do is show. They wake up and he make her some damn lumpy pancakes, and she's like, always be spoiled. I was like, I can't take this. Listen,
girl, I'm still not over the tattoo on the thick shoulder. Like, I'm still not over that.
I thought it was the left buttock. I didn't see any muscle mass. I was like, is that a buttock? A thigh? What is going on? And then
it was giving thigh.
It was giving thigh. Really quick, I want to
It was giving unnecessary.
It was giving
giving fake.
That's all I have to say.
Sip moment.
A sip moment. Also, you guys, and for the people in the live chat, I got a video dropping tomorrow about the fakeness, you know, because like you said, we doing this for click. Well, like I said, we doing this for clicks and views. I got a video about the fakeness that's dropping tomorrow. It's going to be super funny, but let's say take a time to say thank you for the super chat. Tommy Bites Homestead Prepping. Thank you so much. She says she wants to see another season of Porsha Family Matters just for the court date of when her and Dennis square off for custody of PJ. Betty Johnson, thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you, mama. And we also got, I saw a few more. Let me catch up. Kenny, thank you so much for the super sticker. Also, if you guys are looking for more of Bondi, Jamie, or Necey, I'm going to have all their contact their YouTube, and also their Instagram handles. Make sure you guys follow them and support. Jay Lee is not here, but they have one of the best, if not the best panel on this side of gossip, because they're so real and so funny,
You better
and
know.
also so intelligent. Plus, y'all good to look at, so that don't hurt either. You know, it's like, okay, this is nice, because y'all just always have smiles, keeping it real. It's like listening to your favorite girlfriend, you know, talk. So
Thank
being
you.
BJ said, Simon may need to get him some baby hair and a 30-inch weave so we can put some respect in his name and call him exotic.
Oh,
I love your show. Thank you so much. Now, listen, were you guys shocked at the last scene when Porsha started running amok, to quote Jamie, running amok in the palace, pulling down drapes and everything, talking about some, he tried to threaten me for judge. Porsha is so good at moving the emotion in the room that even I was like, what? I got like, what's going on? Until I realized, wait, what girl threatened with a judge? What is you talking about? She literally tried to make a scene to my opinion, get Dennis to react. So then she could force him to do something where he would be the bad guy. But Dennis saw her from the door and was just sitting there looking at her like, what are you doing? Sit down, girl.
When he said she was funny, I was dying. Like, you funny. Like, yeah, she is. You see her in a onesie, huh? Yeah, she's real funny. There was a bunch of energy going on in that moment. And it felt like, I hate you, but I still fuck you. That's what it felt like.
Oh, well, quiet as it's kept, it looked like in December when they were posing in matching pajamas with Pilar and Dennis, and she asked for a ring back. I don't know. Seemed very, very cozy to me. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, remember that weird part where he was like, so where are you staying at now? He was like, did you get my papers? And she was like, oh, I don't know. Did I? And I thought she was doing power moves, and she was. But the thing is, like I always say, Porsha to me is too much of a dum-dum to be the Don Corleone crime boss. She wants to be, right? But she's not a forward thinker, right? She's not a forward thinker. So she was like, oh, maybe. And then he was like, so where y'all living at then? And she was like, around. And he's like, where? And she's like, you'll find out when you get PJ. And he was like, okay, I don't need your exact address, but can you let me know what neighborhood y'all in? And she was playing. I found out why. For those of you guys that don't know, in Georgia, right? Men don't have father rights automatically. Even if you're on the birth certificate, even if you pay court-ordered child support, even if you do not have custodial rights in the child until you actually petition. To petition, you need to serve the person, and you need to also file it in the county that person lives. By Porsha saying she ain't know, she ain't getting any papers, and then wouldn't give them the county, she was trying to dodge Dennis getting custody of Pilar. And also, I think that if she could, she would take full custody of Pilar and just use her as a bait for Dennis. What do y'all think of the whole Dennis Porsha situation? And the way I feel, like y'all said, she's the epitome, and I hate to say because it's so misogynistic. I didn't think the bitter baby mama actually existed. I thought trash dudes just said, my baby mama crazy. If she see you, she gonna try to fight. My baby body. And I'm like, Porsha, you are that person that
they be
about.
like that.
They be right in real life.
Absolutely.
That's a shame.
I think the whole situation was terrible. I think Porsha was definitely trying to paint Dennis out to be something completely different. He ended up being the star of the show. And I also felt like in that moment when they were talking about what I didn't like, number one, I felt like Porsha was adopting a lot of the language that Simon was saying by saying, oh, you're Pilar's family, you're Pilar. And it's like, no, that's your daughter's dad. Y'all gonna always be family. And why is it that y'all been family this long, even without a ring? But now that you get this man, you want to try and isolate as if that's not your family. And she was also leading to me with this whole I'm a single mom type thing, as if like he wasn't there to like fully support. The man just went and spent $500 on some toys. Okay. So toys, I'm like, what's she gonna do with all these toys? So don't act like he's not being there. She was just trying to paint a certain image, and I just didn't like. Porsha likes to have control over situations because I think she's great at manipulating. Just like she tried to say she wants things on black and white, but he tells you, I sent it to you. She says, oh, I didn't see it. No, I believe you definitely saw it. You chose to overlook it because when you came to set to film for that, you had a particular thing in your mind of how you were gonna have him be shown on camera. You was just trying to lead with a certain way, but Dennis was handling you all the way. But I am so here for Dennis for doing things the right way, because just off of the fact of the wording she's starting to use, like, oh, you're Pilar's family, oh, you're this or that, and not wanting to let him know the area she's living in, and not wanting to include him with the house. Including him with the school and stuff. Based on how she's moving, I feel like he has every right to go about it the way that he's been going about it through the court, so that he can get joint custody. So hopefully, I hate to say it, but like getting joint custody so that he's not put on child support, because he does do for his child. And when it comes to decisions being made for that child, he's heavily considered in that, or always considered, because that's her dad, not his daddy. That's not her dad. And then the fact that you were kind of playing on telling this man where you living at when you just met the dude that you with now, I'm like, he don't know this man for real. He only know what you tell him. Y'all ain't been together that long, so he don't know what kind of dude this is around his child. And I just feel like if it was the other way around, she would have gave him a third degree. So those are my thoughts.
I feel like Porsha has been bitter since December of 2020 when he decided not to give her that ring back. She decided that I'm going to be upset about this and I'm going to go really far with it, because I'm really trying to understand. First of all, you're not really an assignment, but most importantly, Simon is not really into you. And I feel like Simon is into what was in his car right when y'all decided to announce this so-called engagement. Remember when it was the very light-complected, white-looking woman? And I kept calling her a white lady because to me, bitch, you look like a white lady. But I feel like his type is probably more so closer to that than Porsha and her baby hairs and her city girl thought-like behavior. Yes, y'all like the vacation together, but ultimately that man is not really into you, and you using him to make Dennis mad because Dennis doesn't want to be in a monogamous relationship with you. And now you've taken it so far as to have this show, have your family make him feel. It was like, all let's pile on Dennis so we can make Dennis feel bad so Dennis can change his mind. And now you're continuing that behavior but using Pilar, and I feel like that's some dangerous shit, and that's the type of stuff that will make me completely not like you at all. Because it's one thing to be messy, to wear your bodysuit with your G-string when you come see your baby daddy and act like you don't want him and all of that. That's one thing, but it's a whole nother thing. I'm just saying, like, she was doing a lot with the vest and, thank you, Simon. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Okay, thank you, Simon. I'm trying to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Okay, that man know you fine. He been all up in between them skins. Only 6 months ago from what they told us. Okay, hop, skipping, jumping from dick to dick. But it's okay, Porsha. It's okay. But my problem is where you are not considering your daughter. That's where I'm mad, because you're going to end up doing exactly what you're hurt about today, which is causing a rift between Pilar and her daddy, the way there was a rift between you and your pa. And, she don't want to be honest about it. Nobody wants to be honest about it. But that daddy was an alcoholic, womanizing asshole. And that's partially the reason why Porsha is fucked up the way she is. May he rest in peace, okay? And then you got Mama Diane over there with her delusions. And I feel like we used to, give Mama Diane a break, because she wasn't really problematic, just sitting in the bed eating, and we all like to sit in the bed and eat, I guess. Not me, girl. I like to eat downstairs, not that the bed is upstairs, girl. We don't want no food in the room.
I'll have towels. I'll have towels laid over me.
Hotel life, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And the way you travel, girl, I feel like it's always a hotel situation. But Mama Diane is giving, I used to be a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Mama Diane gives. I used to be a thought. I raised my daughter to be a thought. And now my grandbaby eventually going to be a thought. And they're going to all have weird relationships with men and have delusional perceptions of themselves and their relationships to other people. And it's just really sad to me. But as far as Dennis is concerned, I really hope that Dennis is able to do everything he needs to do to make sure he has complete joint custody, because she will absolutely take advantage of him not. She will make decisions. She will do just like she was doing with the school, talking about, I'm going to go and look it up. No, bitch. You and Dennis need to go together. Y'all need to go through the list together, okay? And you're trying to push him out so that Dennis' daddy can be involved. And Dennis' daddy don't want to be a father. He don't even want to be a father to his kids, let alone yours.
No, but he'll fake it.
Kids and all.
He'll fake it. He reminds me of the dudes that when they find out someone's a single mom, they're just like, damn, I always wanted to be a daddy, this and that. You saying whatever you can. Instead of talking about getting them Gucci bags and whatnot, you talking about you just want to be a father and take kids to thing until you can just get the mom in bed. I think that he is putting on, I think he is.
He reminds me of whenever, when you go into a job interview and they say, turn your weaknesses into opportunities. So we know that he has a weakness of having broken families and, unfinished relationships, or I guess finished. He's finished in all of them. So he's trying to turn that into a strength. I know how to co-parent, but you got the movers on speed dial for them kids and their mama. So it's 3 points where I have to say Porsha disgusted me. Number one is whenever you posted that picture on Mother's Day and really said that y'all were going to co-parent after knowing this man for 2 weeks. No way in this world I would have any man around my child after knowing him for 2 weeks. And then claim to the world that he's going to co-parent. You're delusional. Okay, so that's suspect. Number one, Dennis, write this down. Number two, she disgusted me whenever she took PJ to the hospital, and in her confessional, she said, I allowed Dennis to come see her because I at least wanted her to know that he was there for her. What do you mean allow? That's his daughter. So then number three, she ended it off for me whenever in the confessional, when they were sitting down having the conversation about custody, she goes, I'm more concerned about my current family. One thing about Porsha, just like Jamie said, she starts using Simon's verbiage. You always see her causing a muck, and then she'll go away, and then she'll come back and say something that sounds well thought out. And that's how you know it didn't come from her. That's how you know whenever she went to that sit down with Dennis and had that printout with the calendar, that didn't come from her. That was Simon telling her how to be trifling and shysty when it comes to these co-parenting situations. And she tried to deter him from getting the law involved with a little Canva or PowerPoint slip so he can be satisfied with that. So I think Dennis should fight to the best of his ability. We got years of footage of why he should have joint custody at the minimum. So if Porsha want to play them games, she can play them games.
Including trying to hit the baby daddy with a boom mic.
And hit the mom.
Ooh, help me.
Hit the mom. Porsha, the thing is with Porsha, which I find so odd. Porsha is, to me, completely heartbroken. Not heartbroken, because that's the thing. I don't even know if she likes Dennis like that, or if it's like you said, Jamie, pathological control issues. And you just want Dennis to see you doing good. And you thought that you were going to invite Dennis because she asked for the ring back, and Dennis was like, okay, so next. Okay, do what you got to do. She thought she was going to invite her and be like, yeah, I'm the one that got away. I got this rich man spoiling me, ada. And Dennis is just sitting there like, I got to go. My girl just landed at the airport. I'll be back, right? I got to go pick her up. When he was in Cancun, right? Like, I got to go. My work's here. I think that Porsha and Dennis, which is sad, which he should get full custody. The reason she goes after Mama Gina, and I hope when she gets older, she doesn't use Pilar as a tool. Dennis showed her in no uncertain terms that he just doesn't care about her. Not, I don't care about you anymore. But I think she was looking like, damn, did I ever mean anything to you? Was I just something fun to do on a very shallow level? I look good. We have fun. We get drunk together, whatever. But am I just something fun to do? The only way that he ever gets an emotional reaction out of him is with his mom or with Pilar. That's the only thing. And Porsha keeps using those tools. And it's kind of good for Dennis, but also he should just keep an eye on Pilar because Porsha's a new thing for me. I've read about people like that. I've heard about it, but I always was like, that really can't be it. The fact that you might be one of those moms that actually uses the child to hurt the dad. Do you see what I'm saying?
Or she absolutely is.
Yeah, or even one of those moms that's low-key jealous of the attention the daughter gets from the dad because she can't even get a reaction. He's just like, excuse me, you're a ghost. You're like, get out my way.
You saw her lead in for that kiss, right?
Yes.
Right.
Listen, I thought that was the epitome of psychoness where last time we left our heroine, you were throwing a boom mic at me, plates, knives, forks, calling the police on me. And then cut to, so you literally being flirty. You ain't gonna come in. I was like, he literally was like, no, devil, I will not come into your threshold. He would not cross it. He literally kissed Pilar like this over the threshold. Like I put my 2 feet in your house. So yeah, okay. So I gotta ask you this. what did you guys actually, what did the show teach you about Porsha and Simon's relationship that you didn't know before?
I think you might be muted, Necey.
That's me trying to think of something.
Right.
Oh.
I'm over here like, what did, because I mean, we
That's
already
me.
knew it was
Did
fake.
it
I mean,
change
I
your
feel
mind
like
to make it?
I think the main thing we learned is that it's really, really fake. I think we might have thought that there was something, very much something in there somewhere that we could be like, okay. But no, there's nothing. There's absolutely, it's all about make Dennis upset. It's all about let's make sure that we're pissing people off by us staying together, because that's all it's about for her. That's why everything is performative. That's why everything is, let me post something to Instagram to let y'all know I'm not worried. I'm not bothered. Y'all hate, like, okay, Porsha, fine, girl, but you're 40 years old acting like a fucking 25-year-old. And this is just sad. Also, that you can make sure that you always the young girl, because Dennis made you feel like he might replace you with a younger bitch eventually. So now you want to make sure you with old ass Simon so that you can be the young hot girl. But he's using you and he's not really even that into you. And you can tell because the look on Esther Roll's face during most of the show says it all.
No,
Esther be like,
Nothing.
that's his face the whole show.
So I can't. What I will say that I did learn, now that I think about it, like Bondi said, it's really, really fake. But what I also feel like I learned is that Dennis's dad likes to subtly overstep his boundaries, and he likes to do it in like a subtle way, like he's being thoughtful or whatever it is. Because I'm still not over how he came at Aunt Liz. Is that Esther Roll? That's what you're talking about, right?
No,
I'm still no. Which one was
Simon
No.
is Esther.
Simon?
Yes, no, Simon.
Simon.
Think about it.
How did I miss on
Yes.
that? When somebody literally said that in my chat. But
This all
Aunt Liz, I'm sorry, Aunt Liz, girl, you're not giving that. But he was like really, disrespectful to her by telling her that she needs to put respect on Porsha's position in the family, because he's been telling her that she's the daughter of Hosea Williams, or the granddaughter, as if she hasn't known this her entire life.
Right.
Like, what the hell? So I just felt like he likes to subtly overstep his boundaries, and I don't like that. And you barely in the family.
He's being her mouthpiece, and that's what Porsha gets upset with everybody else for. That's the only reason why she caped for Storm, because Storm is saying that Storm is being responsible for all the ignorant stuff that she don't want to say half the time, because she'll say it the other half of the time.
Right.
As far as learning anything new, I ain't learned a thing. Nothing at all. That first episode was very much so their first date. She asked him preliminary questions that she should have asked before she introduced this man as a co-parent. But I don't think I've learned anything. This show was not about Simon and Porsha. I don't think it was giving what she thought it was going to give. She ended up playing herself on her own show. Tragic.
Yes. And in Instagram, talking about EP, executive producer. But again, let me just read a few super chats, because I have a theory on how she played herself, right? So Queen of A says, Porsha was aiming for a blended family, but treats Dennis like trash. Porsha, make it make sense. Selena Ziegler, thank you so much for the super chat. We also got, I had a few more super chats. Hold on, let me get to them. Oh. We also had Queen of Ace again said, Cordell said Porsha's mom will come to his house, put her dirty legs on his living room sofa, eat a pizza. Not the Dave Chappelle, Rick James. They should have never gave y'all money on his white couch. She was dictating and controlling his room. Yo, you know what that is? I'll eat in my bed, but you're right. Don't let make you bet there's somebody else sitting in your stuff, just eating a pizza.
Somebody else in your bed is weird. Like, you can't even sit on my bed. Why are you up here?
Right.
That's a good point. Why are you sitting on my bed in your outside clothes? I can do it, but not you.
Jeans, nothing.
Right.
Yeah, Lashina McGinnis said, if Dennis wanted Porsha today, she would leave Simon tonight. She doesn't want to trick like that. Listen, at this point, she's committed to the con. And the Queen Coke Carly said, I used to like Porsha, but this show has completely dragged her. It's clear as day this girl will sell her soul for a check. Poor PJ Dennis definitely should have listened to his mama when he first met Porsha. Now, that's a read, and she should have. Lucky Charm says, this explains why Diane couldn't go past the threshold. And Karen Patricia, oh, you mean the threshold with Cordell? And Karen Patricia said,
No, I think the threshold
Her
was
daddy house.
his
Her
dad
daddy.
in the other mom. That's another thing,
Lauren's
y'all. When I
mom.
looked that
Kid.
up, I thought that Diane was married to Portia's daddy. But when you
she
look it
was.
up, that's
They
what
got
they
a
said.
divorce.
Oh, I was trying to find it, but it did not say it. It never
Oh,
said he was married to her when I looked it up on Wikipedia. But y'all know Wikipedia be lying.
But
Oh,
here's the thing,
Wikipedia
Portia
definitely lying.
said in her book that they were this beautiful blended family and welcoming, right? And then I remember them laughing about it a few seasons ago in Real Housewives of Atlanta, where Miss Diane was like, yeah, Lauren's mom used to always call me trying to be friends, but you know,
Yes.
So now all of a sudden I think Portia just be making up whatever she needs to make up in that moment to justify why she did, even with her attacking Dennis's mom. What did she say? I want to apologize for reacting to the things I saw and heard. Girl, what?
Like, what is that?
Mhm.
You just say just words out your mouth. And
No
it's just
accountability.
like,
That's
just
how you know she went to therapy, but she didn't actually do the work because she knows the language to use to make you think that she understands, but she doesn't really. It never goes that deep. I don't think Porsha thinks that deeply on any level. And I think it's because the dad taught you how to lie and the mom taught you how to glaze over things and act like they're not happening. So she has like no one, I think, that's ever taught her to be really real about how she's feeling. So she doesn't even know how to check in with herself for real, if you ask me, because everything is, I need to act how whoever's in front of me needs me to act in the moment.
I have a question. How do we know the daddy taught her to lie? Because I remember reading her book, right? And Porsha talked about how cruel it was that her dad used to put them in a room alone and blah, 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 whenever they were acting up. And it taught her that she has to be good or go back in the room. And I said, Porsha, girl, are you talking about timeout? Because my parents put me in timeout. Sounds a lot like timeout. Being put in a room by yourself, no one around you. And if you really acting up, you might be in that room for a few hours. Sounds like timeout. And then she said that like they would come out and be like, Daddy, can we come out of timeout? And he'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot y'all was in timeout. Yeah, that sounds like my parents too, put us in timeout. And then be like, can we come out? And they'd be like, yeah, get on in this living room, right?
I'm gonna tell you, to me, it sounded like the daddy was an alcoholic and would put them in the rooms because he didn't really want to deal with them. So it's like, y'all just go do something. He be drinking, forget they in there. They come out and now I'm drunk and all happy. So yeah, let's do stuff. Another thing is that, right, but another thing, I might, you know what though, Lauren is much younger, like at least like 5 or 6 years younger than Porsha. So that time frame might have been when when Lauren was really, really young and her mama wasn't doing all of this with y'all. But it definitely did feel to me like that daddy would take her when he would cheat. Like that shit, I feel like was absolutely true, because when you think about the way her personality is, somebody had to teach her not to like confront things. You know what I mean? So it's not just Mama Diane. I think it was the dad too about not confronting things. But the way civil rights son, charismatic, I got this woman, I got all these kids. Yeah, you probably was a hoe. Yeah. Sound about right.
Maybe this explains why Porsha didn't wish her dad a happy birthday or like, hey, in remembrance and whatnot. Because her dad's birthday was sometime last week and she just Lauren did a whole emotional post. Porsha ain't put one thing on her Instagram feed.
I don't know if I've ever seen her do that, actually.
I don't think so.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And speaking of Porsha sweeping things under the rug, I haven't read the book, so y'all know more details than me, but I feel like either she was taught that or either it's the trauma response.
Of sweeping. Here's the funny thing. I don't think it's a trauma response. I think that Porsha does evil stuff. And as long as she puts her heart into it, it was done out of love. She thinks that makes everything better. Or she says, God told me, right? God told her that Cordell was the man she's supposed to spend her life with. So she started dating Cordell and was a side chick for a long time while he had a fiance and a son. When she finally broke that relationship up, she wore that woman's ring for until she got married around town.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, wore her ring.
Sounds a lot familiar.
Porsha talks about with R. Kelly, right? It was done out of love. She said that she was R. Kelly's girlfriend, and was planning on having a baby with him, right? And she was staying there, and her only
Did
annoyance
she
was
say that?
yes,
I
they were talking about.
thought, no, I thought she said that she came downstairs and then he was saying that they were going to do all of that. Like he was telling his family, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry Porsha. We gonna have kids and all of that. But
And
I
she
don't.
said, no, and she said, like, so it must have been real. He's telling, and she said, and I always wanted babies, blah, 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 blah. No, she was down with it. They were planning a baby together. They wanted a baby together. And more importantly, she said, so I guess I am his girlfriend in a dysfunctional relationship. Girl, you hear writing in books that you're even calling yourself R. Kelly's girlfriend. Are you stupid? That's like calling Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, that's my
When
fiance.
did she say she was his girlfriend? Because I feel like, bitch, you showed up to the house to go to the
I'll
studio
tell
and they
you.
moved you from room to room and then you
No,
left and then you
I'ma
came
tell
back and then
you.
you left. Because
I'ma
I'm
delusion.
up to chapter 7 now.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. So
Run
it was
it.
a chapter where this time she flew back and she was mad because she got put in the mirror room, right? So she got moved to the mirror room. All now, and the funny thing, R. Kelly's mansion is up for sale. That place she was at. So I went and saw the mirror room. I was like, so that's where Porsha was sitting there like a dog. With
Come
a leash.
on,
So,
Inspector.
Look, I was like, send me the video so I can see.
I will. It's
Right.
on. I think it was on Radar or TMZ.
Oh my
They put it
God.
up and they put all the houses, but I'll send it to you. So she was in the mirror room, and it's a mirror. It's a room with mirrors everywhere, even on the ceiling. And all R. Kelly's girls were like, that's where like the jump offs, the freak stuff happened. She got moved from the main room to the mirror room. And she was waiting for him. And then somebody came and was like, all right, come out. And they went down to where the pool is. And they were having a party. And it was all women. And
Yeah, like an orgy. And she didn't
Yes.
get chose that night.
No,
Yeah.
but listen. But before the choosing, go back a few paragraphs. She literally said that all the girls were swarming all over him. And she didn't know what to think. So she's fine with playing her position as long as she can be the top person, right? And then she said that R. Kelly came up. And she's like, what's going on? I didn't know what to think. R. Kelly came up and kissed her on the lips. And she said, I was the only person.
Only one he kissed on the mouth.
And so I guess, and then she said, there was a little hyphen that said, so I guess I am his girlfriend. A girlfriend in dysfunctional relationship. Go back to that sentence. I just quoted that verbatim. My memory.
No, I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm just saying that I don't think she really thought that she was his girlfriend. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you showed up there and you were like, I'm gonna get what I can get. But I don't think for a minute she really thought she was that man's girlfriend. She thought she was there to get what she can get out the situation. And if it meant, fucking on him a little bit to get whatever she could get out of the situation, and she would. But girl, how you there with like 20 other girls and think you this man girlfriend? You fly back and forth. There are always so many other women there. You know you're not really this man girlfriend. And then you saw his wife. You saw
She can make herself believe anything.
I was just gonna say that, Necey, based on remember when she had brought that dude to the house to do that that football dude, and she did that whole birthday party, and he was looking at her like you acting like this more serious than what it is. He was treating her like they was just talking, but Porsha was coming off like that was her boyfriend. So
like when she
I
bought the
feel
ring.
like I see what both of y'all are saying. Like, I know the expectation would be like, girl, it's a whole bunch of other people. Why would you think that? But then I'm going back to like, but we talk about Porsha now.
Right.
Porsha probably legit thought she was better than the other girls and could have thought that she was the girlfriend.
She had her baby hairs laid. She was
because of them motherfucking baby hair.
Baby.
Girl, you too excited. You too excited about the baby hair.
Listen, I want to read a few more super chats. So Karen Patricia says, Dennis Daddy, look at them, already adopting the lingo. They like that. Dennis Daddy is still insulted by Fallon. Moving on. Still insulted by Fallon. Moving on. I think he stalks her low key. He do.
Oh, yeah.
I hope Dennis learned his lesson and discovers hot sauce. Okay, hold on. So then we got Angie Winston.
Like Drake.
Drake, yes.
Oh, okay.
The body in this pillow.
I'm like, hot sauce. Yeah, girl.
The thing about it, so
I was like, dang, that's still fresh,
Exactly. Angie Winston said,
right.
Dennis is paying PJ's school but can't be a part of the process. This is Simon's doing. Her social media mirrors his. Yes. Oh, and they're congrats. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Can I
yeah.
say real quick, Tisa? I just want to say when she brought up the social media and it mirroring and all this other stuff, I want Porsha to stop putting these filters on Simon. If you don't do nothing else, I want you to end that by the end of 2022 January, because the filters, like, he's giving old, and that's fine. But if you just really happy, like, stop adding these filters like he's like 30 years younger and he's not back there. That's the only thing.
And then we can
Listen.
see it. We can see it under the eyes.
Contouring
Yes,
the
we can
nose.
see it.
Better.
You
Fast.
know, can you
Fast.
He did
stop?
better. Because in the beginning, when Simon had his own Instagram feed, he would Photoshop himself so much he looked like people had pores. Simon, like, turn that filter. I know it says 100% on the filter.
Said
Turn
people
that
have
filter
pores.
down.
Yeah.
Turn that filter down to get 13, 14%. That's
Yes.
cool, but just make it believable, you know? Just,
Right.
come
He
on.
giving us that
Yeah.
Nene Leaks filter.
For
Yeah,
sure.
he did a Nene leak.
Airbrush.
Yeah, no,
Straight.
Angie said that their congrats to Candy seemed fake. It did, but Simon's a cloud chaser. So because Candy had a drink with them and like said cheers at the Atlanta Hawks game, now he's like, hey, Candy. Like, Simon is the ultimate clout chaser. It knows nobody. Rochelle Grant says,
Straight.
is that why Aunt Liz kept saying the real Williams family? Because they wasn't married? That's a good point.
You know what? I'm gonna say this about Aunt Liz. I loved Aunt Liz, but that was the only thing I wanted to check her about, was that like this idea that the other side of the family was so much better than Porsha and her mama. When the truth of the matter is, Londi, what's happening there? You know what I'm saying? Because we thought that Londi was a real one, and then she cried and apologized to Porsha.
What's wrong with that?
It's pick me. It's pick me. It's not giving the same energy. You at first you was like, I don't give a fuck about Porsha. I can say what I want to say, and she want me to be a pick me. And then you show up at the end of the season crying like a pick me. So I just kind of feel like there are some issues. Everybody has issues. Let's stop trying to make it seem like one side of the family is better than the other. Just because we don't know y'all dirt as easily as we know Diane sitting in the bed with dirty feet eating wings.
I don't think that's what she meant by that. I think Aunt Liz tried to separate herself because there's probably a side of the Williams family who actually does the philanthropy, and then the other side of the family, like Porsha, who uses it. Like, I'm sure that's how she got on Atlanta. I'm sure that's whenever she started carrying that name more heavily. So I think that's probably why she's like the real Williams, the ones that come to the food pantry every day and put it in the work, not the ones. Yes.
I get that, but when she was making that comparison, it was just like, you're making that comparison to Dennis. Who cares about who's really being a philanthropist to Dennis? You know what I'm saying? Remember, she was like, come and meet the other side of the family. And I was just kind of like, for what? Porsha is the only one that matters. Like, but I guess that was for the show.
I felt like she had range to say that and do that, considering the fact that Porsha brought her non-family on a family trip. You done introduced Aunt Liz to all these folk that ain't even your family. So now Aunt Liz is like, come meet the real family, because she over here wasting people's time. Come on over here, baby.
I took it.
Get you a plate.
And not only were they non-family, but they had something to say. You know, it's like, you're not even in this. You don't even know anything what Porsha told you to say. Get out of here. Visual Taste by Mika said, all my faves live again. Love all your channels. And Yoso Meha Miok says, you're all bringing the glam and the reads. Yes, even down to the daddy.
Yes,
May he rest in peace. Listen, what do y'all think about, now let's go to that point where Dennis, because I want to talk about two things, right? One, not Dennis, Simon, and that outlet situation where he told her he needed to respect Porsha. Jamie touched on that. And also, even after the fight, when Porsha literally did look like she had a demon in her, right? And Aunt Liz was trying to prey on her and like cast them out, right? And Simon looked at her and said, can you get that shoe over there? Boy, I would have, when he did that, I was like, Simon is always low-key coming for Aunt Liz. But I do think that Simon's a bit of a narcissist, and I think narcissists can't stand when they're not the most respected person in the room. Who he pretends is who Aunt Liz is. And I will just say, just to start it off, I thought it was delusional. Well, okay, let me wrap this all together really quick. I think Porsha was lying about Pilar having to go to the hospital. I think that when Aunt Liz called Dennis in that hotel, in the hospital room, and was like, you're a good man, you're a good father, keep your head up. Porsha was like, I got something for you. Because Porsha don't like it when people cross enemy lines. She said, I got something for you. Tell me anytime you've had something traumatic happen to you and you don't do a voice call, you don't do a text, you don't do a phone call, you pre-tape a video of you crying in perfect light and then press send. You pre-tape the video, and get this. I've been in the hospital sick and gotten super dehydrated. I know for a fact that when she said Pilar ain't wet her diaper in 2 days. I know for a fact when you are dehydrated, your body rejects all food. When you even try to rehydrate, you go into convulsions. It hurts. That's why they got to give you that IV, because your body can't even really absorb the water right. Pilar went and said you had to go to the hospital, and they were like, she's like, I don't know what's going on. Now you eating everything, and she was eating a lemon pepper wing. I said, you gonna stop playing with me?
Thank you, Mama Diane. Thank you, Mama Diane, for bringing through the lemon pepper wings to make sure that the baby ate. Thank you.
And Porsha was like, oh, and Pilar was tearing it up. And I said, ain't no way that baby ain't eat for drink water
2 days.
And you eat a lemon pepper. But here's the thing, how when I was like, I know for a fact you sent, because she got her flying monkeys, right? Wings. I know for a fact she sent Simon to deliver a message, because you were teaching Aunt Liz a lesson. Simon came in, made a beeline for Aunt Liz, and while he was on camera, it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to start respecting Porsha, Baba.
That the was girl so weird.
Right.
What y'all think of that situation?
I
need to pay more attention.
All the evidence. I agree with you.
Yes.
But I have to say, I love all the evidence you just said. I only had 2 pieces of evidence to know she was BSing. One, she had her humble hairstyle. I call the short hair the humble hairstyle. Yes, whenever she wants people to think that she is so sweet, she often changes the way she dresses. Like when she went to go speak to Aunt Liz a couple episodes ago, she showed up in the button up, much different than when she was talking to her mama with the titties and the booty out, right? So she had the button up all the way up here. Then after she fought down to Mexico and wanted to send her baby daddy to jail, she had the humble hairstyle because she wanted Dennis to think she was just, when a woman wants to change her life, she changes her hair. So she wants us to think that she's doing that. So when you recorded yourself and you had the humble hairstyle on, you weren't going anywhere, number one. Number two was that when you were in the video, you had to give an alibi for both you and your mama. You weren't getting ready to go to that event. You made sure to say, and Mama Diane is coming with me too. Yeah. No, you use your baby for a number of things, including using your baby in order to keep any relationship with Dennis, because the main relationship you want, which was marriage, Dennis ain't having. He ain't that type of man. So I'm sure you would lie to, make Aunt Liz feel some type of way.
That's a
had Aunt Liz crying at her event with her jumper on. It was terrible.
To your point, Porsha didn't go to none of those events after that, and neither did Miss Diane. So what was your excuse after that? What y'all think about that situation? Were y'all buying it? Did you think Simon had even had the right to open his mouth? You telling some girl that literally got arrested for Love and Hip Hop, right? That literally, we all know you for the girl that was sleeping with the entertainment in a house where co-workers hated you on a work trip. I don't care what y'all say. We all know that whatever happens at the office Christmas party, you will be talked about for the next month in the workplace. So it's kind of like, what did y'all even think about that?
I didn't like it. And I felt like it was so out of place. First of all, you're new. You don't even go here yet. And you're coming up to Aunt Liz telling her that y'all need to respect Porsha. Y'all need to respect Hosea Williams' granddaughter and all of this shit. And it's just like, sir, you need to respect her by not getting online and arguing with no one talking about Fallon. Like, why are you online talking about what Fallon and Jalen have going on? Because that's what he was doing the entire time all of this was going on. His ass was online writing paragraphs and shit about Fallon and Jalen. So I was just kind of like, don't you have some other things that you could be worrying about right now? Where are your children? Where are your children? Okay? What's going on? And here's the thing that really annoyed me is that I feel like, where is the honest conversation with Porsha? That's how you know he's trying to isolate her. So while she's the honest conversation with Porsha about the way she acted. Like, I feel like where are the conversations between Dennis and Porsha when they're by themselves after all of these things have taken place? There were no scenes like that. It was always them with everybody else, or them only talking about Dennis or Mama Gina. Like, it was never them just alone together kicking it. So that's how we know the relationship wasn't real. But the way he came up to her, it definitely made me think about when an abusive man is trying to isolate a woman from her family members.
Yes.
So he
Absolutely.
makes all the family members feel uncomfortable, and it tells her, you don't need them, they don't respect you anyway. And boom, bow, pow, you in the house by yourself crying and shit.
With no jobs.
With
Amazon
no
Live.
jobs.
I think that's what she was going for, though. I used to think Porsha was a victim, but now I see her kind of like it's equal. I feel I've said this before. It's two people with their representatives conning each other, and both of them are buying the BS their representatives are sending. Because I think Porsha feels that way about the family. I do think that there's some beef between the Williamses. Porsha, Miss Diane feels some type of way. Porsha feels some type of way. And Simon sent them with a message because, again, this will be good for maybe, but you ain't show up again. But Simon showed up each time? Girl, no. Simon
City
showed up
camera
girl,
time.
City girl.
He wanted that camera time.
with a sign that was written in pencil, double written, "I am a man." When he was holding the sign up, talking about he was there helping them like raise awareness. If you zoom in on the sign that says "I am a man," you know how like a pencil, you only got a pencil, not a marker. You like make the A 3 times, put the thing. He literally just, that's what it looks like. Listen, really quick. Visual Taste by Amika said, "All my faves live again. Love all your channels." Nerva said, "Beautiful panelists. The young lady at the bottom, that's Necey, is giving me a younger TT from growing up hip hop. You did it again, Tisa." She wishes. You did it again, Tisa. "Thank you for bringing diverse perspectives to the Tattle Tells." Thank you, Nerva. Listen, I wish I could be. These are the OGs. I was watching them. There's some of the reasons that had me deciding to get on YouTube. Even sometimes, Bondi, I'll be real with you. When you was reviewing Potomac, I would be shadow boxing.
I know you hated me.
But I couldn't look
Everybody
away.
hated me.
See, that's when I started. I started with Potomac.
Yes, Necey, I started with you with Potomac too. I literally, Jamie, same thing. But that's what I love about y'all, that y'all not afraid to actually give an opinion. I like an opinion. I don't care if it's right, wrong. Just give me an opinion. You know, it's like y'all got a way with words, and your channels are fun. So when y'all combine for the ladies first, I said, okay, all right, they like Megatron, just like
see. And then when we have you over as a guest, it's just so seamless. That's what's crazy to me, because really the first time we all got together was whenever you were a guest on my channel. Everybody was just like, "Oh my gosh, I love it." And, you know, usually everybody got something to say. But this is good energy here.
It's good because y'all are authentic. You're authentic. You're like, we're just here to talk, have some fun. It ain't that serious. We got real lives. Come on. If we want problems, we got real problems. We don't need to make problems over some TV show. This don't make any sense. So make it make sense. Hey, make it make sense. It's a beautiful panel. You ladies are killing it. And last but not least, High Vibe said, "Simon and Porsha are both narcissists. This is going to become a dangerous game of manipulation. They use each other until the well runs dry." Now, you guys, this is the interesting question. When do you actually think that the well is going to run dry? I think if Porsha does not crawl back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's when the well will run dry. Because Simon can't use her for nothing else after that. It's going to be over.
I agree. I totally agree. If she can't get back on RHOA, I don't know what she's going to do, because I don't think they're going to bring this show back. Even though this show did well, it only did well because of all of the mess, not because there was actual storyline. And I wanted to ask, do you feel like Porsha was trying to give the production company like the FU by not showing up to that scene at the Hosea Feed the Homeless? Because you could tell by everybody that was there, that was supposed to be an end of the season, everybody come to Jesus moment. And she didn't show up for it. So it left them incomplete on the end of the season, which is why we had to come back and have that scene with Dennis and her sitting at the table.
Well, there were three things going on, right? I think the moment production decided to screw her over is when they were at the, the
chakras. And they asked her to talk about the fight. Yes.
And she looked at the producer, James, that's his name, right? She looked at producer James and said in the most ignorant way, "Are we done yet?" right? And you could
Mhm.
tell he felt so uncomfortable even having to talk to everyone. He's like, well, aren't you going to talk? And she was like, and she got up and left. And I said, if that was James was probably like, I got something for your ass.
Yeah,
I'll
I
see you
got
at the
you.
door. I'll see you
Mhm.
there. Okay, it's cool. And then she kept pulling these power moves and maybe not even coming to Hosea. They're like, we'll see what's up. But here's the thing. Bravo, the reason why it ended so abruptly, Bravo cut out 2 whole episodes. That's why it ended with Hosea. And then boom, they were at the table. That table was a new scene they just filmed a couple weeks ago. There were 2 whole episodes they had. But my sources are saying because Porsha was making such a fuss, because she was doing this, because she was doing, because she wanted, they said, Bravo said, you know what? We're going to give you your wish. Done. And that also cut Portia's pay because she didn't get paid for those 2 episodes that she was in. So Bravo said, we're going to give you your wish. We're going to give you a wish. I think once she was tweeting, don't watch the show. And her and Simon were like, it's all entertainment. Nothing is real. Listen, Bravo don't like that mess. They were like, girl, bye. Old lady Yang, we got enough and we can show this in reruns. Goodbye.
And that explains why you notice a shift from before the 4 months later scene to the jump at the end. Because at the jump at the end in her confessional, she's like, oh, I should have just focused on building my immediate family. This is what you get. Portia's family matters. And I'm like, okay, where was this energy in the beginning? The energy that we got in the confessional was very much giving. I saw what everybody had to say on Twitter. I'm embarrassed. Me and Simon have had a meeting on what to say. I'm repeating what he's told me to say. And to answer your question on how long I think they're going to be together, in my opinion, from day one of their relationship to the end, I have to say 3 years. The reason being is because she's going to want to outlast Fallon. And the other thing is, was Fallon 3 years? Was she 4?
I think she was 4.
Okay, whatever Fallon is, she gonna want to outlast. And even if the relationship ends before that point, it's gonna be a separation. And she's already drove herself off a damn hill. So I'm sure she's come up with some sort of silent exit plan to try to save her face
guys,
from
can
looking
you
even
guys
more
hear
of a
me?
clown.
All right, are we back?
Oh, you were frozen.
Everybody?
Yeah, we hear you. You're still frozen.
Hold
though.
on.
Yeah. I was like, Tisa's not moving.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Turn your
Can
camera
you
on
guys
and off.
hear me?
Yeah, you
Hello?
can't hear us. Uh-oh. Let me type in the chat or something.
What's happening? What's happening?
Hello? Oh, this is so bad.
We can hear you, Tisa.
Hold on,
girl.
guys.
Okay, she can't hear us. Okay, well, let me just.
Music.
I'm about to
Come
say,
on,
I'm
Bonnie.
about to listen. I'm about to go ahead and take over right quick, right fast, because I got a
Go
lot
ahead.
to say
Go
about
ahead.
how Porsha played in our face. First of all, I thought the show was supposed to be about the civil rights movement. What happened there? It was, it was supposed to be about Black Lives Matter at the beginning. And when
Portia's family mess.
when they first talked about that, I was like, why would that be entertaining to us? And then it changed, and it was supposed to be a love story between her and Dennis' daddy, and there's no love story. So now we fighting with our fake family members, and you got Dime on here and Lil Storm yelling that somebody did something to her. It's just stupid, and I'm mad that she got up there after the fact trying to act like it's all entertainment after you embarrassed yourself. I thought you was an executive producer, bitch.
Let's see, but I am frozen, so that's a good
Okay, we
thing.
can hear you though. We can hear you though.
Can you hear us?
She came back, but she's still frozen. Oh, there was a move.
Uh-oh.
Okay, can you guys?
Oh, almost there.
Why they like to play whatever we get ready to do these lives?
I know. Okay, I
There
think
you
I'm
go.
back. Okay, I'm back. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Somebody hating in the
Look,
in the world of streaming.
Right. Who
Hating
do
in
Simon
the
know?
StreamYard.
What scammers do
Listen.
Simon know that's breaking into
Porsha,
Tisa Wi-Fi?
Right. What scammers do you know?
The same ones that's getting him them cars.
Okay, now we good. We good. Okay, Simon was putting juju, but it's over with. All right, let's go. So where were we? Oh, that's right. We was dragging people. So who was we dragging this time?
Necey
Bondy.
was dragging.
Oh,
Who said that they're going to be 3 years?
I
Necey,
did.
you said.
Mhm.
Okay.
I said 3 because I was thinking that him and Fallon were together for 3, but somebody in the chat said it was 5 years, 8 months. Regardless, I'm just going to stick with 3 because I feel like they can't go past that point. 3 years is enough to where if they pretend in our faces like they're together, once they go quiet, people will stop thinking about them. She's going to come up with the exit plan to where even if they last a lie of 3 years, it may actually be a year and a half, and they'll sit quietly for another year and a half separated, because she has to come up with some sort of exit plan to take this red clown nose off her face.
I agree, Necey. I was also thinking 2 to 3 years for the same reasoning. But my thing now is if Porsha will continue to be awarded for terrible behavior and trying to attack her baby daddy and them allowing her back on the show. Yes, she took a break because she thought she was going to have this opportunity to spin this narrative about the relationship she has, and she sees that it's not working. And I don't know what other deals or brand things she's working on that she may have lost due to this, right? So I feel like maybe in a year we could try and see her resurface on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that's something that concerns me, because with my thoughts of them being together 2 to 3 years, if she comes back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, he gonna figure out another way to get back in, continue to manipulate her mentally, and he gonna hang in there. And I feel like because Porsha is at this place where she wants to prove people wrong, she gonna hang in there even more, and she gonna take whatever flack. And I just think that they gonna end up stretching that thing out if she were to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. If she does not come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think 2 to 3 years tops, she probably gonna be out.
I think it might take for her not to I think it might take for her to break up with him in order for her to be able to go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because, I mean, she's not on there this season, and the way she acted with Bravo behind this show, they may not want her ass back, especially not at that old pay rate. So I'm wondering if she'll have to break up with him and then have this, I had to learn I was in such a dark place, you guys. You know, she's going to cry, it was so hard without you. She's going to do that. And I think that will be the way to get back on the show. I'm newly single. I went through something. You know, he pulled the wool over my eyes. She'll play a victim. And then she'll get back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it'll have been enough time for everybody to have forgotten about how upset we were in the moment, so that everybody will be more forgiving of her when she shows up as bouncing and smiling and, you know, guys, I'm sorry I went through a hard time, you know. But I feel like at this point we're over it, and we're ready for Real Housewives of Atlanta, kind of, sort of, because we're still kind of upset with Bravo at the moment. So it's kind of like, we'll see.
Yeah, I think that's a good point that you made, Bondy. I feel like when she comes and resurfaces on the show, some part of me thinks it's going to be her getting the divorce versus already being, you know, separated, because she's going to try to milk that situation, like what Kenya, when she was going through her divorce with Mark, she's going to take that same storyline to gain sympathy from the people. And yeah, it's going to tug and pull, but I don't know. We're going to see. Some of us not going to forget, right? Some of them going to continue to drag her, and they're going to say, I told you this was going to happen, right? But she's going to finesse it.
Some of us is me. Yes, I will be there. But I think y'all hit it. The divorce is a short, because that's the thing. I thought you took a real gamble, Real Housewives, because everyone's saying, at least my source was telling me that and this could just be Bravo feeding, like whatever. They are saying they think this is one of the best seasons they've had. They think the cast is really good. If the cast is good at their pay rates, to your point, Bondy, they ain't going to bring her back. Why? Because you might mess up the chemistry, right? But also that how you guys were saying, Necey and Jamie, when she comes back, the divorce is the perfect way. The breakup, maybe not, but a divorce, now that's a storyline. I was divorced. It was an abusive relationship. I lost myself. And she's going to be back with the tears flowing down, you know, looking pretty and like trying to just regain herself.
And her humble hairstyle, the short hair.
And I went to therapy, and I had 500 hours and all of that.
And she's going to need that, actually. She's going to need that if she were to come back to Real Housewives and play off the divorce. Because look at what he did to Fallon. He tried to tarnish her image and then turn around and wanted to speak positivity, like a week ago when everything was going down with Dennis and stuff, right? And talk about Black women and Black people and all this other BS that he was trying to give. So that's why I said, like, Porsha, if you don't know, you're going to learn, and it's going to be in your best interest, because he's going to take you down through there, as he's doing everybody else, to paint the picture that you want people to see as you go through this divorce on Real Housewives.
Take note.
Porsha's a handful too. She might take him down to the bottom of the ocean too. I think they're equally suited. And I'm waiting to see, because that's one thing. They both are messy. They're both vindictive, and they both like to put their exes on blast. When this ends, she's gonna be on Real Housewives of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Simon gonna be live tweeting. She liar. She this.
Y'all know what
And
she
that
gonna
would
have to
be
be on.
entertaining. And that would be the reason to bring her back.
If anything, y'all, she might have to be on Love and Marriage Atlanta. They might create that for her.
Ooh. And then bring Mel on there too. That will work. That will work. And we will watch it.
ATL.
But do you guys actually think, would you guys ever go back to thinking that Porsha is just like a lovable idiot? Will you ever forget?
No.
Idiot, yes. Lovable, no.
Well, I mean, before when she was just like, yes,
attractive, fun, good time girl, somebody you can have a drink with, but you can't be close friends with her, and you can't bring her home because she might try to fuck your husband. Yeah, like we can fool la la with her.
Yes.
Yeah, but we can't be cool. Yeah, we can't be friends.
But do you think Porsha could actually carry a whole show? Because besides this one, all her other spinoffs were so boring. But from what I see, Porsha don't like other women around her. So she ain't gonna let anybody around her that got more personality, more this, more that. She just wants it to be her. I don't know.
Unless it's a power play.
That's true.
That is a power play.
I'm about to say, her and Nene have that in common.
Yes, Bondi.
Love and Marriage.
We remember they was hanging together, right? We remember they was hanging together not too long ago. So that almost makes me feel like, I mean, if they could do a Love and Marriage Atlanta, Nene, Porsha, Mel, like
they
I
should.
mean, Carlos, are you listening to us? We're giving you gold here.
Okay.
Maybe even Shamari. I mean, you already booked Shamari for Encore. Bring Shamari back.
Get them
Carlos, come into the room. Come to the front. Come to the front and let us pitch to you.
Y'all know what I started thinking of? Whenever I said humble hairstyle, y'all answer this question. When Porsha was on that reunion crying, acting like Phaedra set her up for the dungeon, didn't she have the short haircut?
Short hairstyle.
The humble hairstyle.
Short hairstyle.
Because she knew she was
short hairstyle in the shoulders. Yes, she absolutely did.
Humble hairstyle.
You know, really quick. We got to do some housekeeping. Keisha McKenzie, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, there was a comment from a super chat. Just want to get to that. Mrs. Will.I.am said, I'm so late, but Tisa, girl, I appreciate all you do. Thanks, ladies. Yes, thank you so much for coming, ladies. And listen, better late than never. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see, who else? Any other super chats? Let me just roll through them. Just to let you guys know also, there will be a couple of videos. Let's get this out the way while everybody's in the room, right? Let me go first. There's going to be a few videos dropping tomorrow. You guys keep an eye on my channel. And also at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be live covering the Tasha K trial. We got Lily Red Lipstick Hustler. It's going to be reporting from the thing. She'll tell us what she saw, the reactions. Did Tasha K crumble into a pile? Did Cardi B say, no, that's not fair? Because I'm actually waiting to see what the jury says. There was social media stuff released that didn't paint Cardi B as an angel, made it seem like her and Tasha K are always going back and forth. But I am really interested to see what the jury says if Tasha plans to appeal and just see like what's going on. So that's what's going on my channel Monday. And we have a few cool things going on the week. But let's go, Jamie, Necey, and then Bondi. Let us know what you guys have going on. The people love you. Tell them what you got.
Okay, you know, I have my This Is Messy live tomorrow night. So we're going to be reading like text messages and questions from the people, giving advice and stuff. So we'll do that tomorrow. And I'm also covering the Cardi B and Tasha K trial as well. So once they drop the details about how much Tasha is going to have to pay or whatever, I'm also going to do a live on that. And that's going to be a call-in live for you guys to, you know, call in and give your thoughts and your opinions about the overall situation. So it's going to be a host of other content flowing through the channel. So just make sure you're subscribed so that you too can stay up to date.
Definitely. And make sure we're probably all covering the trial. So make sure you watch one of us live and then watch the rest of us playback. All right, let's see. Yes, Necey, what you got going on?
Okay, so tomorrow I'm doing a subscriber call in to talk about Ready to Love and what Cornelius is doing and who his mistress might or might not be. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Then you can always catch me on Thursdays to talk about Married at First Sight. And Ooh Ladies First panel will be on my channel this week. We rotate. So if y'all want to check out Ooh Ladies First, which is me, Jamie, Bondi, and I don't know if Jay Lee gonna be good, but I hope so. I hope she gonna be ready by Thursday. But yeah, if y'all want to see more, subscribe, follow me.
Yes, and I am BondyBlue, and I'm always live, but Monday I will be talking about Salt Lake City. I am going to finish off the season. Okay, we will not let the racism stop me from my bag. And then I will also be giving you guys a scripted TV later on in the week where we're going to discuss Power, because baby, it was a really good episode if y'all don't watch Power. But
I'm
there are a
watching
lot of
as
y'all
soon
who
as
do.
this over. I haven't
So,
saw it yet.
Shoot,
I heard it was good,
Euphoria
though.
is the one
I
I'm
can't
waiting
wait.
for. Euphoria is my stuff.
Oh yeah, I think they're on episode 3.
I need to stream that all together because it's too heavy sometimes. So I need to get to the next episode quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Euphoria is good too.
Euphoria is good. That's good that you guys are doing a lot of stuff. You guys make sure you definitely follow them. And I'm going to have links to all of their channels in the description box so you can find them. And after the live, I'll actually throw a link for all their Instagrams too, so you guys can make sure that you definitely follow, subscribe. And again, you guys already get their personality. It's always a vibe, and it's a happy vibe. So make sure that you do that damn thing. All right, you guys. All right. So I gotta ask you guys, were there any moments, and we're gonna thank you guys so much for hanging around. I just had a few other questions. What was your favorite moment of the season? Like, was there anything that you're like, damn, this show could have been good, or I really like this part? Like, what did you like about the show?
I'm still thinking, but the first thing that comes to my mind, I can't say that I like this, but I enjoyed the castle of the fight with Aunt Darlene pulling on Dennis and Lauren W trying to calm her down, and she trying to drag this man to the ground, and he leaned down to let her fall. That was like the funniest.
Right.
And Porsha crying, talking about he hurt my family. Like, girl, that whole thing, I definitely enjoy. It could have went, a better direction, but that's the first thing that come to my mind. That's sad that I enjoyed the fight like that.
You just reminded me of my favorite moment. Now that you said that, Jamie, my favorite moment was when Dennis got up and the argument was starting at the table, and he took the time to turn around and say to Aunt Darlene, "You were part of the problem. You the reason." It was like he definitely, and she was triggered because she probably has been sitting with this her whole life, like, damn, I'm a bad mom, right? And then he took the time to turn around and be like, yeah, you the reason. I was like, ooh,
for sure. It was giving shut up
yes,
before we get this started.
Right. Don't let me talk about you and your parenting.
Yo, you do something we didn't, right? What did y'all think about him and the Storm thing?
Storm,
I think she was putting 20 on 10. Shout out to Roxanne. Yeah, no, nobody believed that he beat you up, girl. You was in that corner getting beat up by Porsha's elbows. Okay, like that's what you was getting beat up by. Porsha's elbows and probably that boom mic. Or some of the plates that Porsha threw in your direction, bitch, as if she was a baseball player and had perfect aim and was hitting everybody but Dennis. Okay.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna say that probably was my favorite part, like the moment when Porsha was so unhinged and you could see Dennis' daddy having a real hard time because that bitch strong. Crazy people be strong. You know what I'm saying? So he was trying so hard, but he couldn't hold it. And at some point she's like, "Lord, take me now." And it was just like, that was my favorite part, because I was like, this is when we really see it. Like, there was a moment when I saw the crazy in her eyes. Like when she was going, I was like, that's the moment. And I was like, that's the moment, because that was the realest moment. That was a moment where she wasn't able to conceal the crazy. And on top of that, I also enjoyed it because I knew it was because Dennis Work was walking around the resort in a thong. I knew that was the reason why. Right,
smoking hookah. Knew that was why. But Simon convinced her that if they project their anger on Mama Gina, then they both can save face. And that's what ended up in that fight.
Because it didn't make any sense the way she kept saying Mama Gina. It's like, girl, Mama Gina ain't even said nothing to you since we've been on this trip. What are you talking about? But Storm was on bullshit the whole time. I think she was definitely trying to be Lil Porsha, and it did not work. But I do feel like Dennis tries to, do stuff and flirt with all of the girls that work down to his bars and restaurants. I do believe that. So
I believe that. I thought it was an interesting part where they were all sitting around drinking tequila, and the way like Lonnie tried to take a little shot at Dennis, right? And Dennis looked at her and took a sip and said, when she's like, "But can you tell me why Porsha fired? No, why you fired me?" And he was like, "Because Porsha told me to do it." And then set that glass down. Dennis literally dropped the bomb and said, "Now let's drink to that." I said, "Okay, Dennis. All right. I like when people just drop a bomb and disrupt things, right?" And that, honestly, after that, when later on that night, when Lonnie sat down at the table and Porsha was like, "Well, you were saying this and this and this and this," Lonnie looked at her and said, "I would like to be excluded from this conversation," and just let her fend for herself. That was one of my favorite times. And also, it was weird to me because I was like, is this what couples do? It was, but looking back, I was like, it was fake, right? The way her and Simon, all they did when they got together, when they had the scene just themselves and they could make us believe the relationship, all they did was sit around and talk trash about her ex. I said, I ain't never been with somebody. And when it's just us, so we got drinks, so we
that's
can.
what they had in common.
Yes.
That's what they had in common.
Yes.
So he could talk about Fallon and she could talk about Dennis. Yes. You never lie.
Yeah. And then he said, "I have a favor to ask you." And Porsha said, "What? My thighs hurt." Girl, you haven't even been with them for how long, and you already trying to get out of going to bed with them? Like, my thighs hurt.
Right.
And
then he was breathing all hard and shit when they looked at their house at the beginning of the season. Oh yeah, Dennis' dad is spanking that ass. Right, breathing all. I think it's too small. Oh yeah, because you're gonna be able to walk around a bigger house without getting tired, nigga. Oh, but we supposed to believe that her thighs are so tired. You know why? Because she been riding. That's why. Because she been riding. She been like this for days now. Like,
listen. I know one thing though.
Not for days.
Porsha better be happy that Simon. I don't believe Simon's 60. I think he's lying about his age. I think he's much older, right? Porsha better be thankful that, according to what his ex-wife said, Simon is spitting out powdered milk, right? Because I am 100% sure that if she said that she's infertile. She said they were trying to have a kid.
She did say that.
And he is. Now, things might have changed. I don't know if fertility can be like whatever, but she said that because of his drinking, he had diabetes, the smoking, his sperm cell was too low. But Porsha ain't know that then, right? And I think Porsha should thank God, because I 100% know if you saw Dennis McKinley, or as how she likes to refer to him, the hot dog man, and decided to trap him, I'm sure when you saw Simon's fake life and you saw her Instagram feed, she was one. Remember they said that she peed on a stick, but she's not pregnant. She literally did How to Trap a Ninja Part 2. Literally. But she should be glad that it don't look like Simon can make any more children.
And I said in my reviews, Porsha's taking them bald bellied and all. She don't care as long as they have an imaginary bag or they're willing to play an imaginary world, role in her world. So, Simon, he checked the boxes.
It just doesn't make any sense for somebody to make their own bread to this scale. Also, that they could throw it away for a dude. Like, I just
went backwards. Everyone's trying to get them back so they can be completely independent. Yes, you want a man to spoil you, but to know that, like, my bank account is, everybody wants that. And you had what everybody's trying to get in. I mean, granted, I'm sure none of us would do reality TV, but you had opportunities. You had business opportunities. You could have built your own little kingdom, and you just.
That goes back to Mama Diane. I honestly feel like Porsha probably doesn't have a lot of guidance that most people have, because in some way, sort, or form, whatever, I feel like Mama Diane looks at Porsha like, she doing better than me. Like, she doesn't see what Porsha's doing as bad. She thinks that because Porsha has made this money, because Portia's beautiful, and now she got this fake man who got money, Porsha doing good. So I think that's just sad.
Also, Mama Diane sees Porsha as help. Remember, Mama Diane lost her house in the book too. So if you lost your house, that means your business skills aren't the way Porsha tried to pretend that they were. True. So that means you're looking for somebody to take care of you, because Porsha let Mama Diane move into her house when she and Dennis' daddy moved into this new house. So,
that's
and then that was the
security.
same thing, that happened last time. So to me, that tells me that Mama Diane wants for whatever Porsha wants to work out so that she can be happy and take care of Mama Diane, so Mama Diane don't have to worry about anything. So if that means whatever, she's gonna just stand beside her because Porsha needs somebody to always be standing beside her.
Definitely. Now, I just want to say this. First of all, there's 2,132 people in this live, and we got like 78 likes. Can y'all hit the like button? It's right
Not
there.
78.
It's free.
Like the
why
video.
You better like.
Did you say 78? 78?
Okay, there's 973, but still.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
playing.
I'm about to say, what is
I
going
was like,
on?
that button must not be working.
Do I have to
No,
ask
Okay,
somebody
we
what
have
it
okay
is?
already. Okay,
No,
they move quickly.
But
Okay.
here's the thing. Yes, please hit that like button. But I want to say this though, right? Porsha, and I agree with especially what you said, Necey. She seems obsessed with living a life, even if it's not real. You moving into this man's house. You're not even in Fallon's position. You're worth off because your name ain't on, it's public record. Your name ain't on the deed. It ain't on the mortgage. Listen. So then your deed is not on the deed. It's not on the mortgage. And let me say this right, because some people think I'm dragging. Porsha literally gave up all this to take glorified spring break vacations. He ain't taking you to Seychelles, Bora Bora. He's not taking you to the Maldives with a private villa over the water while you watching the sharks, the stingrays swim underneath while you like drinking your morning coffee. He's literally taking you to like Airbnbs in Cancun, Ecuador, Guatemala. Listen, no shade to all those places. They're all very lovely. But if you're dating somebody who's worth allegedly 400 million or even 40 million that's trying to wine and dine you, why are we in Bora Bora? Get these hot wings and fries out my face. Literally, I want to eat something I've never seen before. I want to really enjoy it. And it's like and it shocks me that she's so impressed with it. Because I'm like, are you just hustling backwards, or did you never really have what we thought you had? Because again, when you're in love, every place is nice. But the way she be showing it, to me, it's like, if I'm showing this, like, look at this, and we all 19, and last time we went on a trip for spring break, where there's 8 of us in one hotel room with a king bed, and we just, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, and look, we had our own beds. It just seems like, Porsha, have you seen anything in life? Because again, very good if you're 20, but when you're 40 years old and your man's a multimillionaire, is this really the best he can do for you? I know it's shady, but the things don't add up. It just don't add up.
It's not shady. Nothing shady at all.
It's the same thing I thought about that damn car, that Rolls Royce that Fallon and Porsha now have matching sets of. The fuck? Like, he not even
weird.
And then she was so excited, like that was her first Rolls Royce. But didn't somebody else's African husband buy you a Rolls Royce, and you sitting up here acting like you ain't never had one before, all on a car, and then too stupid to feel a way about this man giving you a car that's exactly like the car he gave the woman he was with right before you.
And the ring was the same shape too.
And the ring from the other. I'm like, you couldn't even change the color of the interior. It's a shame.
She's the type of woman that will come over to sleep with your man, put on your clothes, spray on some of your perfume just to lay in the bed because she likes it. I really honestly think that because she was like with her dad, and then her dad put them out because, like you said, he was a mess, and had Lauren come, and Lauren's mom at first, and took over her life. I think she has a weird, I know I'm being an armchair aunt, I think she has a weird pathos where she gets off on taking other people's things and just slipping into it almost like skin, because that's what happened with her life. A new family came in and pushed her out, and they took over her life. My house, my family, my loved ones, everything. Like, now you're the daughter, you're the mom, this and that. I think she gets off on that because there's no way you are wearing another woman's engagement. There's no way you gave me an engagement ring that looks like your ex's. There's no way you're giving me a car.
Yeah, that makes, like, everything you're saying makes sense about Porsha. But also, I put a lot of that on Dennis too. His dad, sorry. But I put a lot on him because I feel like a lot of the things that he does is to make Fallon jealous because he
Yes.
knows now that Porsha is in the limelight, whatever Porsha does from this moment, they're going to put it on the blog. So this is going to forever be something until it's nothing. And he knows it's going to get back around to Fallon. Like, you gave her the same type of ring. You gave her a very much so similar car. Like, yeah, you're doing it to get back at her. And it's giving, see, you two could have had all of this.
Mm-hmm. And she gonna be a bird and smile and accept it because she wants, like Bondi said, she wants to be a damsel in distress so badly, and she don't care if that's off the backs of having everything that Fallon's already had and don't need. Fallon went and cheated with her assistant. She don't need it. So I'm just like, come on, allegedly cheated. I don't know what they had going on, but either way it goes.
She was not worried about Simon's money. She was like, yeah, that's
No.
cool. But
Right.
have you ever had a man that you actually think is attractive in front of you? That's cool. The Rolls Royce is nice, but have you ever had a man? And just for the people in the comments, I want to say, you guys, this is public record. 100%. The house is not in a trust. It is actually in Eori, Simon's Eori. I know I'm not pronouncing right. Gubadia, but he misspelled his name as Guabande. There's an N in there. He threw in there. That's why nobody can find it. It is a deed. He is on it, and he is on the mortgage. Porsha's name ain't nowhere on that, and it's not a trust. So take that for what you want.
He misspelled his name. That really make me feel like the bank gonna sweep it from under his feet, and he don't want us to find out.
Something's going to happen. I gotta ask you guys. No, listen, I got to ask you guys really quick before we go. Are y'all, what shows are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Old Lady Gang, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm also, well, not, why do I keep calling it Old Lady Gang? Candy and the Gang. From what I've seen, it's not Old Lady Gang. It's not even a spinoff. It's a standalone series that's supposed to be kind of like a Atlanta Vanderpump Rules. So Candy, you know what I'm saying? So
Candy and the Gang.
Yeah, Candy and the Gang. It's supposed to be a standalone series. It's not a spinoff. It's not Real Housewives of Atlanta presents. It's its own show. I'm looking forward to, of course, Roja. And actually, I've been watching T.S. Madison's show, the one Claudia Jordan's producing. I love her, but you know, I'm a big fan of T.S. Madison. I love T.S. Madison. So I've been watching that show on Fox Soul, The Turn Up with T.S. Madison. What are you guys looking forward to reviewing?
I'm gonna say right now, it's not necessarily a show, but I'm looking forward to reviewing that Cosby Show documentary that's coming out on the 30th on HBO, I think, or Showtime, one of those. But it's basically about how they feel like Bill Cosby was leaving all of these little clues in the show. So I cannot wait to watch it and break it all down and review it.
Yeah. You know, you be recommending the darkest things. Like these are like, have a great recommendation, and it's like some like I'm just like
buried in the house a day.
Yes.
And that's like Scorpios. You gotta love them. I'm like, no, Necey, I don't feel like crying tonight. But go on, what y'all got?
That's literally what I was about to get into. So of course I want to see Candy and the Gang, right? And then, you know, Ready to Love, that show irritates me, but I love to hate it. So I'm actually glad that I can consistently review that starting next week. We ain't get no break from that. And outside of those reality shows, it's documentaries for me. I swear I watch documentaries and I take notes and I'm like, I'm gonna film it one day. So yeah, I have two documentary reviews on my channel that y'all can check out, and of course we'll have some more.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Candy and the Gang for sure. Also looking forward to the Cosby one Bondi mentioned and the Janet Jackson one as well. Because I feel like that's been long overdue. Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I ain't even gonna lie. I'm looking forward to seeing about this Love and Marriage DMV situation whenever that drops. I kind of hope that drops this summer. I hope, you know, but also I ain't gonna lie, Basketball Wives. I want to see what that is, you know, giving. So I definitely want to see that.
I forgot about it. I forgot they was even coming back. Somebody mentioned it. I keep seeing the previews for it. That K Michelle show on Lifetime for sure. For sure.
Yes, that one too.
Wait,
it seems like they dropping some good docuseries.
Yeah, that Killer Body.
Yeah, it's her. The people, you know, with the messed up surgeries and stuff.
Yep.
Y'all need to see that because it's a lot of y'all regular ass 40-year-old women going out here getting, you know, stuff done to y'all body that y'all need to get done. Okay, I'm out here about to die, leaving the grandchildren alone so you can have a fake ass.
Listen, the thing is with that, listen, do what you like with your body. It just seems extreme because for most people, it's what you could get by being in the gym for like 3 or 4 months, you know?
It's just bandwagon.
Man,
That's what I
Well,
don't
I
like
don't,
about
I
it.
don't
That
know
it
if they
feels
booty
like,
will get big,
yeah,
I mean, if you
that's
do,
what I said.
but they'll
Well,
lose the weight.
but I just mean like, period. There's a way, like health in a healthy way to do get bigger legs, get a bigger butt. Like there's always a way to make your body look better. But the idea that we want to jump on bandwagons, like for instance, when we were
yes.
growing up in the 90s, our moms wasn't going to get no damn surgery, even though it was popping in Hollywood for women to go and get surgery. Regular everyday women weren't doing that. And now you can't even get a damn wheelchair at the airport because all you hoes it's taking them all up coming from Miami.
Airport,
Like,
Look, I saw a
out of.
TikTok.
Atlanta,
This
the Miami
TikTok,
to Atlanta.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
Yes, girl, it's terrible.
Really?
And I
They
mean,
can't even sit on the plane for me. That's the thing. I saw a TikTok where both of the girls were like down, like their face was in the seat because they couldn't sit on their butt. And they were like bandaged up. I don't know what that is about. I don't even know how y'all got past that legally.
Yeah,
because
because I don't think you're supposed to. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to fly after that.
Yeah, girl, yes. I said, that's a stroke.
I saw somebody in a comment. I'm sorry.
Just research, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just reading a
Oh,
comment.
tell me.
No, somebody was saying, y'all better still talk to me when I get my new body. And listen, we're
still
gonna
gonna
talk to you.
girl.
If you alive and well, yes, we will talk to you,
Bondy.
girl. Y'all gonna act like okay. We gonna act like okay.
No, listen. Do what you want with your body. Make sure it's a reputable surgeon. But one thing I can say, this not the bandwagon, but it makes me sad to see young girls doing this for the attention of these ain't-ish men.
That's my part.
Like if you're doing it for yourself, fine. But if you're doing it to get a man's attention, it's like you walk into a room. 90% of the people trying to talk to you are trash. Why are you trying to get their attention? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know.
Getting BBLs to go sit behind the desk of a car dealership. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying about the demographic that I'm seeing doing it now. And it's like, it really is like the everyday grandmama, mama, and these kids are on that show talking about, I'm scared that she's going to die, or I'm scared that something's going to happen to her because they have the surgery and then they have all these types of issues. Even if it is a reputable doctor, sometimes they still have all of these complications thereafter. And I think the show is mad interesting because we don't know about all of the complications. You just think, oh, you could die or you can get sepsis. But no, it's a whole bunch of other stuff. I heard somebody say they had mercury poisoning or something.
So, funny thing. So, okay, I'll make a little confession, right?
Yeah, you do what you want.
I've been trying to get this 20, and when I'm eating too much, 25 pounds of pandemic weight off, right? And it just won't budge. I'm like, is this just the new normal? And I remember I was like, maybe I'll get like, I was on Instagram scrolling, right? And they had a thing for like the new, not smart lipo.
360 lipo?
No, it's not 360. Well, maybe it is. It's a small, they say that like they use the smallest incision. So there's no scars and they can just like suck it out you. And I was just like, Well, I was literally looking for the Haagen-Dazs, right? The hot coffee Haagen-Dazs. Like,
You're going to get sucked out and then eat it right back?
I cannot.
I'm eating coffee Haagen-Dazs like on their site. What is this? Like this and that, right? And then I was like, hold on, let me do some research. And you're completely right, Bondy, because all lipo, they don't tell you. And that's when I was like, forget it. I'll just go to the gym because I'm that person whenever there's some type of freak, the thing like, oh, this might happen. It'll happen to me. When you get lipo and if you don't stay at that weight, let's just say you gain a pound extra. It never goes back to where you sucked it out, but it will go to your neck or your ankles or your wrist or whatever. Like, remember Kimora Lee Simmons, how her neck used to be very beefy?
Yes.
Didn't that happen to Tierra Marie?
Yes, that's
oh my gosh, I'm sure.
Lipo.
Oh wow.
That's a side effect of lipo. And this is lipo. Also, a side effect of lipo is you can get what Linda Evangelista got. The fat can actually go into your face and kind of like not deform you, but change the way your face looks.
Give a
They don't
swollen
tell you
look.
about lipo. Yeah, Linda
That's why
Evangelista.
everybody in Hollywood looks swollen in the face.
Yes,
leave yourself alone and go to
Linda
the gym.
she's like a
Linda
90s
Van
supermarket
Lucy?
model with who is it? Naomi Campbell. She was like Noone. I know I saw it in the
When you
Daily
said
Mail.
Linda Evangelista, I thought you was talking about somebody.
Oh,
from
I know who that
Pose.
is. She was
Yeah,
one of my favorite
listen.
models back in the day. I know who that is. But I'm laughing in the comments because that's one of the main reasons. Shekinah and Kimbella, those Erica Mena, Child Love and Hip Hop
That's
Family
the whole
Reunion
Love and
is
Hip Hop.
like the don't do it.
BBL
Ooh,
Central.
Kimbella.
Don't do
Listen,
it.
BBL
well,
Central. Do
Kimbella
not
needs
do it.
to be. Kimbella's surgeon needs to have charges filed against them because you can't like. There's you stretch that woman's body out so much, and you can tell it's like the girls that used to have like 40-inch D, where it's like you can't even get that removed because you want to take skin off. Kimbella's a gorgeous girl. With that, I said there's some type of pathos because the butt is just, and I love a good butt. It's just like, oh, he needs to be.
Astronomical.
It's not
It's the
even
same
just that.
surgeon.
For me, it's the face too. That's where you can see all the
Queen.
swelling. The swelling. Her face is visibly bigger than what it was
It
before.
is.
It's all over.
Cause she not working out, I'm sure. Cause see, I think
No.
when people go get these surgeries, I don't think they be knowing that you're gonna pile on weight afterwards if you ain't out here trying to, I guess, work out or maintain
you
and stuff.
gotta
And it
work
just
That's
don't
why
look
they all
good.
start working out.
And their stomachs always give it away. That'd be the thing for me. Like,
What you mean?
That belly button, the belly
yes,
button be weird
it
as
be
fuck.
flat,
You
but
never
it
see
just
the
don't
end.
look like
The
a
hole is just black.
like
I
like
would
it's
just-
not real. Like somebody drew it
But
on.
I would say this honestly, y'all, ladies, do what you want with your bodies, but please, 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 just take the time to
Be
Google.
safe.
And it don't matter if everybody else did it and
Right.
got okay. Make sure you are okay. This is what I do. Even when I look at restaurants, I don't listen to the 5-star reviews. I go to the 1-star reviews because if I can deal with what these people are complaining about, then I'm fine.
True.
Yes.
Make sure that you look at every little thing that can happen. And if you are still comfortable, fine, you've assumed the risk. But I think because everyone's doing it, we don't realize. Again, I was shocked to learn that about lipo. And I was like, forget it. Because knowing me, I'll come and you'll be like, what happened to your face? Oh, nothing. You know, I literally,
I'm fine.
just make sure you understand what can help it and make sure you go to Better Self. I think it's
Real
Better
self.
Yes,
Real self.
my
Yep.
real
What you
self.
on? What?
What
Just
is
what
that?
I've heard of Real Self is the Yelp review for plastic surgery. I've
Yes.
heard of that plenty of times.
Y'all
Like,
know when I'm gonna do something, I get receipts. I went to Real Self. They show videos, there's horror stories. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That sounds like something interesting just to go look at.
It was all
It
up
is.
like whenever they start doing videos on Instagram, for whatever reason, that all these non-surgical nose surgeries would pop up, but it wasn't for people our skin tone, but it was for people who had like the hump noses. They would get the filler right here, so that way their nose would be straight. And all the
think I
doctors
heard
were
of
like, "Go check me out on Real Self." That's where I first heard of Real Self.
I Googled it, it came up. You just have to make a free account and it shows you, first of all, it shows you lipo, but it shows you the befores and afters. So people even rank, was this really worth it? Did it do something? It shows the befores and after. It gives rankings for doctors, real reviews. People come back. Just make sure you do your research because I feel like because it's so trendy, there's a lot of doctors taking advantage of people. Look at all the doctors in Atlanta that did Nene and Quad and all. He needs to be in jail. You're making everybody look the exact same.
Taylor and
Copy
Nene look
paste.
exactly alike. I don't know what's
Really?
going
Copy
on.
paste.
They'll have the same
Copy
face.
paste.
Why?
I mean, when I get, a bit older, I wouldn't mind getting Cynthia doctor because the way that face be hitting, like, she be looking young.
Oh,
Cynthia just got a
Sheree.
little boop boop under the eyes, though. It's a little boop
What
boop under the
Sheree
eyes.
got? The boop boop?
Yes.
Sheree got it too?
That
Yes.
looked good.
Sheree got a good
Yes.
boop boop.
The contouring.
Yes,
Yes,
that sucked her
they be
whole
giving.
shit up. It was like it was Death
look great.
Becomes Me. I mean, Death Becomes Her. Have y'all ever seen Death Becomes Her with Meryl Streep?
Yes.
Nah.
Okay,
I have. It's an old
Then-
school film. You have to see it.
Yes, 1993.
Yes.
Okay, please go get into it. It is one of the best movies ever. But she, they take this formula so that they can have like the fountain of youth, right? So she drank the fountain of youth and go stand in the bathroom. Her ass cheeks start lifting up, and then the face go back. She's like, "I'm a girl," and that's what Sheree was giving. Sheree was giving.
Listen,
yeah.
It looks good. Cynthia and Sheree look phenomenal. And again, if I ever get anything done, y'all be the first to know. I'm just saying, they have literally bamboozled us that you can just go and you'll be fine when there's beside like like
It's a
Bonnie
lot to
said,
think about.
yeah, besides death
Mhm.
and besides sepsis, there's so many things. And here's what I was always worried about. I know a few people, right? A few model friends that we used to model back in the day where they were like, still in it tweaking. Ain't nothing worse than when you touch your face and they make you look worse and you can't fix it.
And you
That's
can't go back.
can't go back.
Ooh.
And I've seen that happen when it's like, but you look, but you know what? Never mind. Let me just sit here and eat my
You
rice.
be like, you should have left it alone.
That's scary.
So make sure the surgeon is so reputable. Let me just read a few super chats, and then I got one more question, and we can get to it. Thank you so much, ladies, for staying here. So Ashili says Porsha is going to hang Simon when she returns the way Phaedra did Apollo with that scene in the garage when he comes to get his things. Listen, I'm waiting because they're too much alike, not for this to be horrible. Common thread. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Oh, Princess Di. Thank you for the super chat. You said, love this panel. Love your accents, ladies. You all had me crying. I can't wait to see what you have in store this year. Listen, they gonna have big things. Ladies first panel. You guys, and half the time I'm overseas. I've been wanting to send super chats, but overseas it doesn't work because I have to do it in the same currency. And I'm just like, oh, just forget it. I'll just sit here and watch it on replay while I'm doing my hair, doing my makeup, and cracking up, Last thing I want to ask you guys, right? And this is a little bit of this, what do you think about the relationship between Lauren, Porsha, Miss Diane, and that whole Simon situation? Because I've been looking at it a little bit. It looks like Miss Diane don't really care for Simon, right? But that's nothing new. Most parents really don't care for the person, especially when Miss Diane and Simon are 4 years away. But have you noticed also that since Simon's been around, Lauren and Porsha really haven't been hanging around. Porsha is very isolated. But do you guys think that's because of Simon, or do you think it's a mixture that Simon is allowing Porsha to express how she really feels? So when she's like, God, my sister get on my nerves, Simon's like, yeah, F her. Instead of being like, that's your sister. You all gonna work it out. Go on and call her. Like, what do y'all think about that whole dynamic where it does seem that Porsha's isolated? And also, what y'all think about her giving up her bags?
It sounds about right. It goes back to how I noticed in the show, she would do something very dumb, very ditzy like, or she would get close to showing her true emotion, which was jealousy. She would go away to the room with Simon, come back and have a whole different explanation. She would come back and sound a little bit more well thought out. So I think Simon knows what City Boy Simon knows what part he needs to play in order to secure the bag. And that's basically just to repeat whatever Porsha's thoughts are. Porsha doesn't want anyone to cause friction in, her imaginary world. Anybody that's going to combat things that don't make sense, she's upset at. So I think that's actually very accurate. That's probably why her relationship with Lauren, we didn't really see it play out. They weren't as close as what we've seen in the past. And I also feel like Mama Diane, she also feels threatened that Porsha could be siloed from her. So she, similar to Simon, is playing that part of, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to stand beside you like Bonnie said. So I think Mama Diane knows she can navigate this situation best by doing the same thing that Simon's doing and be on his team, because the minute that she tries to get Porsha to come to grips with reality, that's the moment where Simon gonna be like, gotcha, Porsha, cut your mama off. Your mama ain't this, your mama ain't doing that. And she might actually listen. So I think Lauren, she's not taking the same approach because Lauren is actually challenging Porsha on the decisions that she's making. So we're seeing two different sides of it.
Also, I was just about to say the Lauren thing. Lauren is always in a constant place of guilt with Porsha. That's another thing. So even though she is more honest than Diane is with her, she
Mhm.
still is placating Porsha's feelings constantly. And we saw that on this whole little trip, that it's constantly, well, I just want to make sure you're not doing this because I don't want Porsha to be upset. Like, it's all about protecting Porsha's feelings. And it's because Lauren feels bad that she got daddy in a way that Porsha didn't. And Porsha holds that over her head. And I think that almost everything Lauren does for Porsha is low-key out of feeling guilty that she got their father in a way that Porsha didn't. And when it comes to Diane, like Necey said, she's playing her position, even though she don't like Dennis daddy. She also doesn't want to be ostracized, or, you know, she doesn't want her daughter to be angry with her, because I think their bond is the real bond. Out of all of the bonds, Porsha and her mama are like this. So I think she knows that she needs me no matter what. And that's what I've noticed about their relationship throughout the years, that no matter what, Mama Diane gonna
You went mute, Bondy. You went mute.
Sorry.
You said no matter what, Mama Diane, and then it went mute. Mama Diane.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Mama Diane is going to be there for Porsha, no matter what. She's always going to be there, and Porsha knows that. And I think Mama Diane is the only person that Porsha would not shit on. She's the only person.
Oh, that's a good point.
I agree with both of y'all, and I just wanted to add something Necey said that made me think when you talked about how Porsha doesn't want anybody to interrupt like her imaginary world or whatever. I feel like Simon also wants the same thing. He doesn't want anybody to like interrupt his place in her life. So whenever she feels negative about her family members, I think he leans into that in an effort to manipulate and to isolate as well. It was something else I wanted to say, that if like, so even if still manipulation, she decided to like work things out or whatever with her family, I feel like he could. Okay, so here's the thing. The example that's coming to my head was how he came to Aunt Liz, right? He came to Aunt Liz, said put respect. So if that relationship got better, he could take credit for that. Like, oh, I went to her, I told her this, and now she's giving you respect on your name. So now the advice that I give you and the things that I say, you should listen to, you should follow, because I was right over here. So I just wanted to bring attention to that with the whole situation.
That's a good point. I gotta ask y'all though. Y'all keep saying that they're gonna hold it. Do you really think that Porsha can hold, or any woman can hold, a man like Simon? I thought that after she doesn't get Roja, Simon's gonna be out. It don't matter whether he comes home with 6 women and she goes sleeps in the doghouse. He's still gonna kick her out because he just seems like that type of person.
I think he's gonna throw away. He's gonna throw her away as soon as it's no longer convenient or financially, beneficial for him. He's going to throw Porsha away. And then Porsha is going to use it to be a damsel in distress per usual.
True.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's true. Listen, it's a crazy thing. Last things, the ladies aren't thinking about joint pain. That's true. That's another thing with plastic surgery. Certain things give you joint pain. Again, listen, I'm on Instagram looking at people's bodies like beautiful, beautiful. Do it. It looks great. Just make sure you get a really good doctor and make sure you're aware of anything that could go wrong. So that way, no matter what happens, you're like, I'm cool. I expected this, if you get a gobble, it's like you expected it. Tila Palmer, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. All right, ladies, I have to give a big thank you. Listen, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, you guys were the first people to actually reach out and really embrace me and really welcome me into YouTube. I think actually you guys gave me unrealistic expectations for what YouTube was, but I really thank you guys so much, because I've always watched your channels. I've always admired you guys. And it's like, so it feels so good to be able to have you guys on my channel. And it's amazing where people that you listen to literally are the same person and persona that they project to the world. Like you guys are real, and you guys are literally, and I'm so sad Jay Lee's not here. I hope she gets better super, super fast. But whenever she's ready, she got all of us waiting for her. So, ain't nothing going on without her. But thank you, ladies, so much for coming to the panel. I really do appreciate it. And you guys, their links to their channels are in the description box. I'm going to put the links to their Instagram also in the description box. They got a lot of great stuff happening this week. And you know the way YouTube is. I look at it as like Netflix and TV. You got your favorite show, but you also watching 8 other favorite shows. So go on, follow, like, and spread the love. And let's all grow together. But regardless, these people and Jay Lee, should be your fave. So make sure you just check out a video or two. I promise you, you're going to be hooked. I promise you. Okay. And also, before we go, ladies, did you want to let us know anything else you guys have coming up or anything else? Feel free. The platform's yours. Let them know.
Just the Ooh Ladies First panel this Thursday on Necey Dixon's channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed.
What time
Yep.
on Thursday?
9:30.
8:30. Same.
8:30
Central,
Central,
9:30
9:30.
Yeah, 9:30
Yes.
Eastern. There we go. We're all on
Right.
different
I
time
love
frames.
that.
Right, right.
Yeah. So it's going to be this Thursday. It's actually pretty much every Thursday, 8:30 Central
Yes.
Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern.
It
Mhm.
rotates on each ladies panel, but as long as you get one of the channels up, they always have flyers for what's going on with the ladies first, so you can't miss it. All right, you guys? All right,
Thank you for
everyone.
having
My little
us.
title. Oh, wait, before we go, there's one more super chat. Can't forget that. Gotta pay the bills. Miss Key Malde said, I love you all, but I'm a bonbon. That's right. The
Okay.
bonbons in the house.
Come
True and
on.
true. If you feeling my girl, make sure you go over and subscribe. Help her get to 100K.
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Thank
Bondy,
you.
get to
Get
100K.
to
She is
100K.
right
I'm almost there. Thank
Hit
you.
the like button, y'all. We need more real YouTubers up in those 100,000s, and she's
Yup.
going to be at 1 million soon. So just get her there, and let's get this momentum going. All right, you guys.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. You guys have a great. And that is the end of the season. We don't know it's going to be a season 2. Right now, Bravo is saying hell
Hope
no,
not.
but you never know, because now
Right.
there's
Hope
Real
not.
Housewives of Salt Lake City. But then again, they ain't going nowhere because they're going to use the racism as a story plot for season 3.
Of course.
So they ain't going nowhere, you know. They go. But Bondy
Right.
is reviewing it. And I'll say one thing about Bondy. She is real and she will drag them. So everything you're feeling, go ahead and watch Bondy's review because she's going to get everything on the floor. All right, you guys? All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Y'all have a great night. And thank you, ladies.
Thank
All right,
you.
bye.